Cedar Rapids Kernels as the good times roll.
Are you ready for Kernels baseball? The Class A affiliate of the world champion Anaheim Angels plays right here on The Zone, ESPN Radio 1600 AM. Now, in his 8th season bringing you the fun of Cedar Rapids baseball, here's the voice of the Kernels. He's the one, the only, John Rogers, here on The Zone, ESPN Radio 1600 AM.
Cedar Rapids Kernels as the good times roll.
Sean Toledo got 3 double play balls in his 6 shutout innings on the Hill, and the Kernels capitalized on 3 South Bend errors to score 5 unearned runs in drubbing the Silverhawks 12-3 last night. Rancel Melgarejo is making his 5th straight start in the Kernel lineup. Rancel has displayed his usual excellence in tracking down balls hit into center field, making spectacular catches. He started 2 big Kernel innings yesterday with base hits from his number 9 slot in the Kernel order, and we'll hear from him next on the Dugout Interview.
I cannot face anyone but me. Baby, can't you see I know what's right for me? Don't tell me wrong from right. I know just what I like. Yeah, call me crazy, I don't care. Come feel the joy of each generation. They've got their own understanding. Time to shout it out. What's that joy, Pepsi?
Make up your mind.
Budweiser True Music is music created for real music lovers by real musicians, like Tyler Connolly of Theory of a Dead Man.
I know a guy that has actually got a routine he does. He goes, well, from 8 to 10 a.m. I do songwriting, and then from 10 to 11 I do yoga. And I'm like, dude, you can't do that. You know, you just got to, just like, to me, when it comes to me, it comes to me. I'm not going to force anything.
This moment of true music was brought to you by Budweiser Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Rancel Melgarejo, great to see you in the lineup for the 5th time in a row, and you look like, Rancel, that you're very, very on your game now. It's nice to be in that starting lineup regularly, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I mean, I be waiting for my moment, so I just got to be patient. So far, I've been patient, so I just got it. I mean, as long as I'm playing, I'm just happy.
Well, you were a huge part of our success last season and a big, big part of the success last night with those 2 base hits. And, Rancel, when you're at the plate leading off an inning like you were in the 3rd and 4th yesterday, do you go up with anything in particular in mind? I know trying to get on base, but what is your thought process?
I don't think about it. I'm just trying to hit the ball. So, I mean, it's one of those things. You're just trying to hit the ball. What else can you do?
And you hit it times.
Exactly. I hit it hard because I got a good pitch to hit, and it was right in the middle of the plate, so I just put a good wood on it.
Rancel, you mentioned what a good pitch to hit is, and you said it's one right down the middle of the plate. At this level in the Midwest League, Rancel, in a sequence when you're up to bat in a given game, do you usually get 1 or 2 good pitches to swing at, or sometimes no good pitches, or sometimes do you see 3 or 4 good pitches? What's it like looking for a good pitch?
Looking for your pitches, just trying to focus on what pitch you're trying to get, and if you put it right there where you want it, you're just trying to hit it. If you don't, you're just trying to battle and just trying to get a hit.
Yeah, you do have to battle sometimes, and one of the toughest pitches I know to handle at this level is the breaking ball, and a lot of hitting coaches will say to guys at this level, will lay off the breaking ball, make him throw you a fastball. Do you believe in that, or do you mind looking for a breaking ball and trying to hit a curveball as well?
I mean, you can't really think about hitting a fastball because they're going to try and hit you with a breaking ball all the time. So you just try to stay back and see the pitch and see what's coming to you. And then you just hit the ball. That's all you got to do.
You mentioned staying back, Rancel. Could you describe what that means to somebody when a hitter says, I need to stay back?
Just keep your hands back, relax as much as you can, then just trying to hit the ball.
Rancel, right after our workout this morning and early this afternoon, you were in the hitting cage with James Rowson doing some extra work and drilling. What were you and James working on?
I was trying to work on my front side because I'm not staying back too much, and just trying to rush things, so I'm trying to slow things down for now.
And the front side is your left front shoulder. Is the idea to keep it closed longer, or what do you mean by working on your front side?
Yeah, just trying to keep it closed and just trying to, stay inside the ball a little more because sometimes I'll be flying over and just, just trying to right through the ball through the right center.
Can you tell when you're doing that, or does James Ralston have to point it out to you?
I mean, you feel it because sometimes I can't get to the outside pitch, and sometimes I can't even react to the inside pitch. So it's just one of those things you just got to work on. Just trying to stay right back to the middle.
Endless things to work on as a hitter, as a professional baseball player. Ransel Melgarejo has done a great job for the Kernels. He started the last 4 games. He's in the lineup again this afternoon. We'll continue our dugout interview with Ransel in just a minute.
This is the time of year for all sorts of special occasions. Graduations, weddings, plus the usual birthdays and anniversaries. Your friends at Solid Waste and Recycling remind you, wrapping paper cannot be recycled. Once the presents are opened and the party's over, your options are put the gift wrap in the trash, or better yet, reuse the wrapping paper instead of throwing it away. Remember, don't put gift wrap in your blue recycling box. Either reuse the paper or discard it with the rest of your
Looking for a sure
trash.
way to bring your daughter or son the thrill of a lifetime? Then visit Taco Bell and register them for a chance to be drawn as a Taco Bell Baseball Buddy. As a Taco Bell Baseball Buddy, your child will receive a Taco Bell Baseball Buddy t-shirt. Collect autographs from the Kernels and take the field with the Kernel player for the national anthem. Being a Taco Bell Baseball Buddy will provide your kid with an unforgettable feeling of excitement. All it takes is a visit to Taco Bell.
Ransel, we've talked about the offensive side of things at the plate, and things are going well for you. In Dayton, you made no less than 4 spectacular catches. I've said this, I've said it in front of you when we go to the schools. You're the best outfielder I've seen in 8 years here with the Kernels. You love playing defense. How do you, when you make those diving catches, Ransel, in left center or right center, how do you keep from losing the ball? How does it not pop out of your mitt?
I mean, I'm just trying to keep both of my hands together so that way the ball won't pop out and just, you can't really think about that. All you do is just react and just try to make the plays.
That's called instincts.
Yeah.
Ransel, you are so comfortable going back on a ball as well. You are able to turn your back to the ball when it's hit off the bat and go to the spot you think it's going to go to. It looks like you're so comfortable going in and back on balls. Is there a certain type of ball that you like chasing down more than another kind? Do you like the shallow ones or the deep ones?
I like the deep ones, so that way I could just run back and just try to make a good play. The shallow ones is easy to make because usually I play in, so it's like I like the deep balls more than the shallow ball. They
challenge you more?
Yeah, I like the challenge.
Ransel, Andrew Jones of the Braves plays extremely shallow in center field. They say he's the best in professional baseball. I know the Braves are on TV a lot. Do you ever watch Andrew Jones and how he plays center field?
Yeah, that's my idol. I just look out to him, just see the things he do in the field, especially on defense. And it's one of my things. Defense is one of my things. So I feel very good just playing outfield, just trying to make plays every day. Every time I play center field, I usually make good plays. So it's like, defense for me is not the thing right now.
Well, Ransel, you've made some great plays in the outfield. We want to wrap things up by asking you just a little bit about what you did in the off-season, because when I saw you down in the Amanas in early April, I noticed that your muscles were firmer and you were a little bit stronger. What'd you do?
I was just working out every day.
You worked hard, huh?
Yeah, that day I was eating right, getting my sleep, and I was just lifting like 7 days a week and sometimes, going twice a day.
Well, that'll pay off in August, Ransel. You'll be strong, won't you?
Yes, it will. Especially when I'm not playing, sometimes I just hit the weight room just to try to keep myself in shape.
Well, let's end on another positive, Ransel. It's a joy watching you play in center field and at the plate, and we also want to thank you for that elementary school appearance you did last month on behalf of Toyota Financial Services. The kids just loved you, Ransel. I don't know what it is about you and kids, but they really enjoy being around you, and you seem to like them as well.
Yes, I do. I enjoy being around kids a lot. And, anything I could do for the community, I would do it because I just have fun doing it. So just thank you for having me, man. I'm glad.
Well, we appreciate that, Ransel. I know you got to get some of Rhodey's good clubhouse food before this 2 o'clock start. But we're on an 8-game homestand, so make sure, as well as the food in the clubhouse, you sample some of the great Italian cuisine at any of our area. Zio Giano's Italian Spaghetti Houses, Rancel. It's the pasta that will make you sing. So much good for so little money. Rancel Malgarejo, Colonel center fielder, thank you for joining us on the Dugout interview.
Thank you for having me, John.
Rancel already thinking about that pasta that's going to make him erupt in song. The Kernels are out to make it 2 straight over South Bend. It's Bark in the Park. A lot of dogs will be here, and that'll be fun to see. Yeah, Rancel says don't get bitten by those dogs. Starting lineups, Kernels and Silverhawks when I return.
You know how it is to have a good friend, someone who stands by you during good times as well as the bad. That's the kind of friend Dave Tobiasen at Family Insurance Center can be. Dave Tobiasen is your Pekin insurance agent in Monticello. Whatever your insurance needs, you can depend on Dave Tobiasen. Dave will settle your claims as quickly and conveniently as possible. See Dave Tobiasen, your Pekin insurance agent at Family Insurance Center in Monticello, for insurance coverages at competitive rates.
Toyota takes another leap forward in material handling efficiency. Hub Toyota Lift would like to introduce you to the new Toyota AC electric forklift. AC technology provides unprecedented acceleration, dramatically increasing operator cycle times, thus increasing production. And because DC components are no longer needed, you will significantly lower your maintenance costs. A clean, running, dependable unit is the result. Coupled with today's attractive interest rates, there's never been a better time to join Toyota's AC revolution. Contact Hub Toyota Lift in Cedar Rapids, Peoria, Des Moines, and Davenport.
What a nice Sunday afternoon it is, and what a great sight it is to see over 50 dogs with their dog owners proudly displaying them and bringing them in on behalf of the Cedar Valley and Lynn County Humane Societies. Bark in the Park, our first promotion of this sort, and thanks to Dana St. Germain, our Director of Entertainment, it has gone off very, very well, and the dog owners are so proud to have their best friends here with them on the lawn section this afternoon. We hope to have a great crowd here as the Kernels continue an 8-game homestand following a 12-3 rout of the South Bend Silverhawks last night. South Bend committed 3 errors. The Kernels had 3 big innings, a 4-run third, a 3-run fourth, and a 5-run eighth, and cruised to a 12-3 victory. 74 degrees, overcast, and a light breeze blowing from right to left on this Sunday afternoon. A far cry from what we had here last Sunday, Mother's Day. We had winds, gale force at 45 miles an hour. Let's set the starting lineups for this afternoon's contest. South Bend, the visiting team, is 15-25. The Silverhawks are 9 games out in the Eastern Division standings. They're in 6th place. 6 of 6 teams are the South Bend Silverhawks. Their manager's Vaughn Hayes. Vaughn is a 44-year-old who played with the Indians, Phillies, and California Angels, a very good ball player. He stands 6 feet 6 inches tall. Leading off for the visiting Silverhawks, Class A Midwest League affiliate of the Arizona Diamondbacks, switch hitter, center fielder Jared Ball. Neb Brown will bat second. He's at third base. The Silverhawk catcher bats third. That's John Mark Sproul, and he's a former Chicago Cub minor leaguer. The designated hitter and cleanup batter for South Bend is Jeff Stanek. Jeff Stanek bats fourth, and he's the DH. Hitting fifth is Sean Llewellowitz. Llewellowitz from Vanderbilt University is at first base, batting fifth. In left field, he singled, doubled, and homered and walked last night. Nielsen Talon, a former Burlington Bee, was let go by the Chicago White Sox. Now he's with the Arizona organization. Nielsen Talon bats sixth. He's in left field. Hitting seventh, we didn't see him last night. In right field, Rudy Santiago. Rudy Santiago is in right field, batting seventh. Jerry Gill's the shortstop. He'll hit eighth. Then batting ninth for the Silverhawks, their second baseman, Adam Haley. Pitching for South Bend, his first start of the year. This is his third year with the Silverhawks. He's been used all in relief in his 3 seasons with South Bend. Is a lefty, 6'4", 205-pound Heath Heiberger. Heath Heiberger from Champaign, Illinois. Went to Illinois State in Bloomington, Illinois. Heath Heiberger is 22 years old, 1-0 this year. He's pitched in 5 games, all in relief, and his ERA is 1.29. Heiberger worked a scoreless inning Friday at Pullman Field in Beloit. He's being used as a spot starter by the Silverhawks this afternoon. Heath Heiberger, in 36 games last year with South Bend, was 0-4. Well, that's the lineup for the visiting Silverhawks. Now Allen Motor Company is proud to bring you the Allen Motor Company Kernels starting lineup. And big news at Allen Motor Company. They're celebrating their 100th year in business in our area. It's their centennial celebration. That's right, Allen Motor Company opened its doors in 1903, and they've been serving eastern Iowa for 100 years. And to celebrate their 100th year in business, Allen's has a fantastic offer for you. Your first year's maintenance is free when you buy a new vehicle during their centennial sale. That bears repeating. When you buy a new vehicle now during Allen Motor Company's centennial sale, your first year's maintenance is free. Right now at Allen Motor Company, save $5,000 on a 2003 Buick LeSabre, $3,000 rebate, or 0% for 5 years. Those 2003 Buick LeSabres start at just $20,999 right now during Allen's Centennial Sale. Another great bargain at Allen's, 2003 GMC Yukon XLs, $3,000 rebate or 0% for 5 years. They start at just $39,999. That's $39,999, a savings of $8,000 at Allen Motor Company during their Centennial Celebration Sale. Your first year's maintenance is free when you buy a new vehicle during Allen's Centennial Sale. Visit Allen Motor Company, I-380 and Boyson Road, exit 25 in Hiawatha, or visit Allen's online at allenmotor.com, ALLENMOTOR, allenmotor.com. The Allen Motor Company Kernel starting lineup on this Sunday afternoon has B.J. Weed leading off in right field. B.J. is tied for second in the league with a .336 average. Batting second in the Allen Motor Company Kernel order, second baseman Alberto Callaspo. He's fifth in the league with a .333 mark. The Kernel shortstop is switch hitter Erick Aybar. Aybar fourth in the league with a .335 average, leads the Midwest League with 53 hits. The Kernel catcher batting fourth in the Allen Motor Company order is Jared Abruzzo. In left field batting fifth, Caleb Mayer. Matt Brown will be at third base this afternoon. He's hitting sixth in the Allen Motor Company order. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Alex Devorsky. Devorsky bats seventh as the DH. At first base in the Allen Motor Company Kernel starting lineup, Justin Hancock, he bats eighth. And hitting ninth, our dugout interview guest, the center fielder, Rancel Malgarejo. Rounding out the Allen Motor Company Kernel starting lineup, making his ninth start of the year, tied for the league lead in wins with 18-year-old right-hander, Anaheim Angels second-round draft pick last year from Sparks, Nevada, a suburb of Reno, Kevin Jepsen. Jepsen is 6-2. His ERA is 2.50. The league is hitting just .173 against right-hander Kevin Jepsen. That's our look at the Allen Motor Company Kernel starting lineup. The umpires, Aaron Banks will call the balls and strikes, and Will Robinson is working the base paths. The Kernels are about to take the field with their Taco Bell baseball buddies. It's great to see those Taco Bell baseball buddies in the Kernel first base dugout, ready to trot onto the field with them. Before they do that, we want to remind you that it's spring planting time, and your dream gardens await you at Peck's Flower and Garden Shop. For the best plant selection in the area, plus all the free expert advice you'll need to make it grow, visit Peck's. The greenhouses at Peck's are filled with beautiful colors, gorgeous hanging baskets, rose bushes, patio pots, and blooming annual flower plants for gardens and planters, including the best and newest bloomers for sun or shade at Peck's. Grow your own vegetables and herbs with Peck's large selection of favorite vegetable varieties ready to plant. Hundreds of varieties of hardy or perennial plants, plus acres of trees, shrubs, evergreens for your landscapes. Visit Peck's Flower and Garden Shop, where Peck's knowledgeable staff of experts is ready to answer your plant and gardening questions. Peck's has been growing with the Cedar Rapids area since 1956. Peck's Flower and Garden Shop at the corner of Blair's Ferry and Edgewood Roads, northeast. Remember, it's spring planting time, and your dream gardens await you at Peck's Flower and Garden Shop. The Kernels are in their red knit batting practice tops with white numbers, red caps, white trousers, and the Kernels take the field right now with their Taco Bell baseball buddies. The Kernels are out on the diamond with their Taco Bell baseball buddies. Right now, we're going to pause to hear an announcement from Bank, Iowa. And following the announcement from Bank, Iowa, Sue Sample is going to sing the Star-Spangled Banner. Let's hear the announcement from Bank, Iowa.
We are proud to pay tribute to all our armed services who make great sacrifices in order to preserve the freedoms we enjoy. Please stand and join Bank, Iowa and the Kernels as we salute our flag and sing the national anthem.
Performing the national anthem this afternoon, Sue Sample.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the monsters singing there, did prove through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that Star-Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
With over 50 dog owners and their faithful companions looking on from the lawn section, it's Game 2 of an 8-game homestand, the second of 4 with the Class A Midwest League affiliate of the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Taco Bell baseball buddies are running off the field. I'm John Rogers. Our in-studio engineer is Deb Williams. We'll enjoy the fun and excitement of Colonel Baseball next on The Zone.
When we met at Spaghetti, we would never forget Giorgiano's. Now it's where mi amore and I dine in. We carry out the lunch and the dinner all the time for lasagna, ravioli, mandacati, cannelloni, tortellini, or try their delicious salads and sub sandwiches too. Giorgiano's is the hometown taste of Italy. For your next meal with friends and a family, remember Giorgiano's with 5 convenient locations for the pasta that makes you sing.
When you need group transportation, there is only one name you need to remember. That name is Tri-State Travel, transportation provider for the Cedar Rapids Kernels and hundreds of other schools, organizations, and associations in the Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, and Waterloo area. Check our unblemished safety record, compare our pricing, and then climb aboard one of Tri-State Travel's modern deluxe motor coaches and experience our award-winning service. Tri-State Travel, the leader in motor coach group transportation.
Kevin Jepsen, a 6'4" right-hander, 18 years old, tied for the league lead in wins with 6. The 18-year-old is making his 9th start of the year. Kevin had a rough go of it Monday night, or check that Tuesday night in Dayton, an 11-2 Colonel loss to the Dragons. Jepsen went 1 inning, faced 8 batters, gave the Dragons 5 runs, 4 earned, on 5 hits in the first inning, struck out none, walked none. That outing is well behind him, and he's set to go against the South Bend Silverhawks. The sun breaks out just as we get underway here at 2:03. You're listening to Colonel Baseball on The Zone, ESPN Radio 1600, KCRG Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Jared Ball, a switch hitter, batting .285, a homer, 11 RBIs, is first up. Ball, 20 years old, was the Diamondback 9th-round draft pick in 2001. He's from Tomball, Texas, and he was 0 for 3 last night. Kevin's first pitch is up and away, a ball, a fastball. Ball walked and scored in the Silverhawk 2-run 8th inning. Jared, a switch hitter batting left with an open stance, wears a pair of black batting gloves. Ball 2, down and away, according to plate umpire Aaron Banks. And Kevin Jepsen has fallen behind to the leadoff man, 2-0. Now Ball takes a strike on the outside corner, a fastball. The Colonel outfield is shifted into left center for the switch-hitting outfielder. Played 87 games with the Silverhawks last year and hit .240 with a couple of homers, 23 runs driven in. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Jepsen was in the hole 2-0, and now he's even the count, 2-2 to the switch hitter Jared Ball. This South Bend club can run. They're third in the league in stolen bases. The 2-2 from Kevin. Strike 3 called. A slider, a delayed call by the plate umpire. Jared Ball looks in disbelief and barks at the umpire, Aaron Banks. It was a delayed call on Jared Ball, a 2-2 pitch that caught the inside corner at the knees, and Ball was sent packing, albeit a bit disgruntled. These Silverhawks are in gray road uniforms with black numbers trimmed in gold. Their road uniforms look very much like the Pittsburgh Pirate road uniforms. Here's a bunt by Neb Brown. Kevin slips and throws it away, and Brown will head to second base. The ball on the mound of the Colonel bullpen. It'll likely be an error on Kevin Jepsen, or they could rule it a bunt single and an error. We'll wait and see. It's an error all the way. A bunt by Neb Brown. Neb was 1 for 3 last night. He walked, stole second in the first inning. He's at second base with 1 out. His bunt was 2/3 of the way to the mound. Kevin Jepsen, in planting his spikes, slipped a bit, and then his throw sailed over the head of Justin Hancock. And Neb Brown is at second on a throwing error by the Colonel Hurler. And now time is called as Jared Abruzzo goes out to the mound with John Mark Sproul standing in. A bunt by Neb Brown turns out to be a good play as Brown flew down the first base line and induced a wild throw over the head of Hancock by the Colonel right-hander. John Mark Sproul is 22 years old. He doubled in a run and scored in the 8th last night, and he takes a strike called, a good fastball at the knees, to John Mark Sproul, a left-handed hitter from Shelton State Community College in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Went to high school in Panama City, Florida. Was drafted by the Cubs in '99. A change in the dirt. Abruzzo spins around and locates the ball at his feet. Good crowd on hand here. Hopefully more coming. Boy, it looks great to have that lawn section full of families and dog owners on Bark in the Park Day. Tomorrow we play at 6:30. The gates open at 5:30. I'll tell you about a neat special in a moment up on the Miller Mezzanine Terrace. Sproul on a 1-1 pitch, lines it on one hop to short, and right at second base, Aybar throws out John Mark Sproul. Oh, John Mark Sproul hit one hard on one hop, and Aybar made a tough play as he took the short hop. Watch Neb Brown advance to third, and boy, the Colonels had John Mark Sproul played perfectly as he hit the ball right through the box, but there was Aybar near the bag to make the one-handed stab and throw out the batter. Jeff Stanek, S-T-A-N-E-K, now bats with a runner at third and 2 out. In 13 games, Stanek hitting .250, a homer, 7 RBIs. He's from Southern Illinois, SIU Carbondale. A pitch, a strike, a throw to third, and Brown gets back in front of Matt Brown. Tomorrow's big special is the Miller Mezzanine. You can enjoy dollar draws, $2 well drinks, $4 malt drinks, and satisfy your hunger with $1 hot dogs and $2 brats tomorrow on the Miller Mezzanine Terrace, the best view in all of minor league baseball. You're perched right here on the suite and press level above the Colonel first base dugout, and wonderful specials on food and drink tomorrow. Strike 2 called, a blistering 92-mile-an-hour fastball, belt high inside corner from Kevin Jepsen. Miller Mezzanine Monday, party on the patio. Enjoy the game from the best vantage point in the new stadium. And food and drink specials. $1 draws, $2 well drinks, $4 malt drinks, $1 hot dogs, $2 brats. A pitch is low, ball 1 to Jeff Stanek. Stanek yesterday was 1 for 4. His RBI single in the South Bend 2-run 8th inning pulled the Silverhawks to within 4 of the Colonels at 7-3. Stanek in the hole 1 and 2 with Neb Brown at third. A check swing. The batter did not go around, according to Will Robinson. I thought he did. I thought the batter went around, but he held up. Now, Jeff Stanik's even on the count, 2-2. 18-year-old Colonel right-hander Kevin Jepsen leaning in to get his sign from Abruzzo. The Colonels in their red knit tops with big white numbers on the back. Strike 3 called. A fastball inside corner, and Jeff Stanek didn't know what hit him. 2 strikeouts, caught lookings for Kevin Jepsen in the opening frame. He pitches around his own throwing error. No runs for South Bend in the first, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left by the Silverhawks. After 1 half inning, South Bend nothing, and the Kernels coming to bat.
Whether you're a serious athlete or a weekend warrior, injuries can take you out of your game. Smart athletes know that Physiotherapy Associates in Cedar Rapids are the experts in the treatment and prevention of sport-related injuries. Our expert staff serves the metro and surrounding area high school athletes. Physiotherapy Associates of Cedar Rapids, the smart choice in sports medicine. Call us at 398-1569. That's 398-1569. We'll get you back in your game today.
Coffee works when it's important to you. Coffee works, let your work shine through.
When you think of copies, think of CopyWorks. High-speed copying, color copies, oversized copies, manuals, booklets, graphic design, posters, banners, and presentations. CopyWorks does it better. When it's important to you, CopyWorks lets your work shine through. When you think of copies, think of CopyWorks.
All across Eastern Iowa, more and more people hear this sound at the scene of breaking news. Newscopter 9, bringing you the news anywhere, anytime. Newscopter 9 has the speed and mobility to be on the scene of breaking news in minutes, bringing you live reports with its exclusive bird's-eye view of the story as it unfolds. Newscopter 9, taking news coverage to new heights, only from your 24-hour news source, KCRG TV 9.
6'4" southpaw Heath Heiberger, Heiberger, his third year as a Silverhawk, is starting his first game of the year for South Bend. B.J. Weed is the Colonel leadoff hitter. B.J. played a big role in the Colonel 12-3 victory here last night. He was 2 for 5, stroked a 2-run single in the Colonel 5-run 8th inning. B.J. scored a couple of times, and he takes a fastball on the outside edge, a strike call. B.J., a switch hitter batting right-handed, tied for second in the league with a .336 average. No homers, 15 RBIs, and 11 doubles for B.J. Weed, who wears a pair of white batting gloves and takes just outside. Heiberger turned that ball over a little bit. It ran away from B.J. for a ball. B.J. Weed. Man, oh man, what a year he's had. He's surely to be an all-star. He slugs one foul, tailing on past the plaza seats down the right field line. It's 1-2 to B.J. Weed. A light breeze is blowing from the Colonel first base dugout towards the lawn seats down the third base line. It's blowing right to left. B.J. doing some landscaping, digging a hole for himself in the back side of the box. He stands straight away from the right side. And the 1-2 from the lefty. A curve in the dirt, ball 2. Defensively for South Bend, Nilson Talons in left, Jared Ball in center, and Rudy Santiago in right. At third, it's Neb Brown. Up the middle, Jerry Gill at short. The second baseman is playing on the outfield grass in right. That's Adam Haley. And Sean Llewellyn is at first. A bouncer back to the mound, off of the glove of the pitcher. The shortstop can't make a play. It'll either be an error or a base hit. It's a hit all the way for B.J. Weed, his 52nd hit of the season. B.J. fifth in the league in hits, wrapped one on the ground off the glove of the 6'4" lefty. Then it was do or die for Jerry Gill as the ball deflected onto the grass between the mound and short. Jerry Gill tried to pick it up with his bare hand, fumbled it. I doubt if he'd have had a play anyway. And B.J. Weed's aboard for Alberto Callaspo. Switch hitter batting right. A strike on the outside corner. Alberto didn't like the call of the plate umpire, Aaron Banks. This South Bend pitching staff is good. They're ranked 6th in the 14-team Midwest League, a team ERA of 3.43. The 0-1 is a chopper to second, could be a double play. Throw to second, out, throw to first, not in time. And B.J. Weed took out Jerry Gill, a shortstop. Gill's throw was late into the home plate side of first. Alberto Callaspo bounces to second. The force play goes 4-6, Haley to Gill. And then Callaspo reaches base safely as the Silverhawks could not turn two. Now Erick Aybar at the plate. He's batting .335. The Kernels have 3 of the league's top 5 hitters, and they bat 1, 2, 3 in the Allen Motor Company Kernel order. Is Alberto Callaspo running? Heiberger thinks so. He's taking a long time, and Aybar calls time. Erick Aybar hitting .335, 2 homers, 23 runs driven in. Erick had a 2-run single in the 4th yesterday that put the Kernels up 6-0. He then stole third and scored on a balk to make it 7-0 Kernels after 4 innings. The Kernels cruised to a 12-3 victory. Ball 1 is outside to Erick Aybar. Erick leads the league in hits. He has 53 hits, and this is the 43rd game of the year for the Kernels. Erick bats from a deep crouch, stands right on top of the plate, and is hit by a pitch. Boy, you could see that coming. You could see Aybar standing literally right on top of the plate, and Heath Heiberger didn't like it, and Heiberger struck Aybar in the lower legs. Erick is fine as he takes first base. Aybar is going to be hit some. He just lowers his upper body right over the plate and almost dares you to hit him. Well, now the Kernels, with their leading run producer at the plate, Jared Abruzzo, can take the lead here in the first inning with runners aboard at first and second and nobody out. It's great to see one of our interns, Kylie, back here. We thought we'd lost her. Here's a curve. It's a strike called. She must have been studying hard for her finals at the University of Iowa. Thank goodness Kylie is back with us. Abruzzo took a curve for a strike called. Callaspo at second, Aybar at first, 1 out. Jared steps out, thought he'd called time, and the umpire didn't give it to him, so he got right back in, and then Heiberger stepped off. Heath is making his first start of the year. He's worked out of the bullpen 7 times. A tap to the right side. The second baseman a long way to go. Fields it, bobbles it, throws. Out at first base on a close play. Adam Haley had all sorts of trouble finding the handle. First of all, Abruzzo tapped it softly to the right side. Haley had to go a good 30 feet to his left to even glove the ball. And then his foot kicked it out of his mitt. He picked it up and threw just in the nick of time to get Abruzzo. The play went 4-3. Now Caleb Mayer with 2 out and 2 on will try to get the Kernels an early lead here today. Mayer, a right-handed batter, 2 for 4 yesterday. Swings and swats one off the mask of the catcher, John Mark Sproul, strike 1. Mayer was 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. Callaspo's at third, Aybar's at second here in the first inning for Caleb. Caleb Mayer. No homers, 6 RBIs, a .286 hitter. A curve, a base hit into left. Down the line it goes. It's 2-0 Kernels. Callaspo scores, followed by Aybar. A big turn at first. Mayer holds on with a 2-run, 2-out single in the first inning. 2-0 Kernels. Caleb Mayer got a curveball on the inner half, and he drilled it down the left field line. A clutch 2-out, 2-run single by Caleb drives home a pair here in the first inning. Mayer's at first for Matt Brown, and it's 2-0 Kernels here in the bottom of the first inning. Matt hitting .207, launches one foul behind home plate, out of play, strike 1. Matt Brown was 1 for 4 last night. He scored in the Kernel 5-run 8th inning. Brown has 3 homers. He's driven in 8 runs. 2-0 Kernels here in the bottom of the first. The big Southpaw's 0-1 is down and away, ball 1 to Matt Brown. The Kernels are hitting .265 as a team, second highest in the league. But here at home, where we're playing our 25th game of the year, we're batting .292 here at home. The 1-1, Brown pops it foul. You could hear it doink off the facade above, and down below it goes. Rafael Rodriguez, the Kernel Pitcher picked it up. Mr. Shucks is down there. So's Ryan Harris and our cadre of interns. Everybody all right. 1-2 the count to the Colonel right-handed batter. He slaps one to third, and off the third baseman's glove to the shortstop. He throws, not in time. Oh, Ned Brown mishandled a ball hit by Brown, Matt Brown. It flicked off the third baseman Ned Brown's glove, ricocheted to the shortstop. Jerry Gill darn near threw out Matt Brown, and I would rule it an error on the third baseman, but I'm not sure how our official scorer saw it. It could as easily be a hit. They're mulling it over just to our right. Mayer stopped at second. Alex Devorsky, the seventh man to bat here in the Colonel 2-run first inning. He could make it a big first inning. He launches one into center. Coming on is Jared Ball, and he makes the catch. Alex Devorsky got good wood on it, hit it into center, where it was caught by Jared Ball. 2 runs for the Colonels in the bottom of the first inning, and we're going to say on 2 hits, still no ruling on that ball hit by Matt Brown, whether it's a hit or an error. We'll have to find out. We're going to say there were 2 errors made by South Bend until we're told otherwise, and the Colonels left 2 men on. And after 1 inning on Bark in the Park Sunday afternoon, the Colonels are ahead of South Bend 2-0.
The new Veterans Memorial Stadium is among the most awe-inspiring attractions in our great community. The most common remark made by first-time visitors to our new ballpark is simply, wow! The dazzling giant scoreboard, the roomy seats, the spacious concourse, and yes, the numerous women's restrooms all evoke that wow reaction. The most alluring element of all, though, is that perfectly nurtured, lush, green field that composes the diamond. Thanks to Peck's Flower Garden and Landscaping, the aura and magic of the Field of Green in the new stadium can be replicated in your very own yard. That's right, the experts at Peck's are teaming up with the renowned Colonel Grounds crew to award one of you with a Field of Green lawn makeover this spring. Just stop into the Garden Center at Peck's to enter. The Peck's Field of Green dream could be yours. Register this spring in the Garden Center at Peck's, corner of Blair's Ferry and Edgewood Roads Northeast.
Your Cedar Rapids and Marion Hy-Vees are proud to support one of our community's most renowned and cherished assets, the Cedar Rapids Kernels. Your Cedar Rapids and Marion Hy-Vees believe in the core values that comprise the essence of Colonel baseball: fun, wholesome, affordable entertainment for us all. As you look ahead to the many joys of summer, your Cedar Rapids and Marion Hy-Vees encourage you to visit the fabulous new Veterans Memorial Stadium. Your Cedar Rapids and Marion Hy-Vees, embracing Colonel baseball, a community treasure.
We think now that Kevin Jepsen slipped throwing that ball to first in the first inning because there have been some divots put in front of the dirt batting circle because of all the wear and tear this field has taken. We've told you this is our 25th home game of the year. That's a lot for April and May for a field to sustain. Sean Llewellyn, we've commented on how big he is. He's the first up here in the South Bend second inning, 2-0 Colonels. Llewellyn is hitting .250 in 13 games, a right-handed batter, and he shoots one foul, slices it off at the end of his bat off to the right. Strike 2 to the right-handed batter. 23 years old, Sean Llewellyn. 0 for 3 with a walk last night. Llewellyn hit .216 as a Silverhawk last year with a homer and 21 RBIs. A curve goes to the backstop, and it's ball 1 to Llewellyn. Yeah, we had those tryouts here Wednesday and Thursday morning. Or not tryouts, a kind of a camp for guys that want to be drafted, and that certainly played a significant role in the field taking wear and tear also. Micah and Walter Lesh helped us out before the game. Swing and a miss on a high curveball. Sean Llewellyn is the third strikeout victim in an inning of the third of Kevin Jepsen. Well, Micah and Walter, just relax, guys. Help yourself to some pop or whatever you want out in the refrigerator there, and enjoy the game from here or wherever you want. And we'll debrief you after this half inning and see how the Commercial Federal Flyers were received. Thanks to Micah, here's a high drive off the end of the bat, dumped into right, and Callaspo makes the catch. Nielsen Talon hit one off the end of his bat, made a bid for a Texas League single, but there was Alberto Callaspo ranging far out into the grass in right to make the catch in front of B.J. Weed. 2 away quickly in the South Bend second, 2-0 Kernels. Walter and Micah Lesh were here before the game handing out flyers promoting the Commercial Federal Bank Fireworks Night, and that's coming up this Friday, the 23rd. Fastball is high to Rudy Santiago. We did not see Santiago play in last night's game. Rudy's 20 years old. He's from the Dominican Republic, and he's a left-handed batter, and he steps out. Kevin wants a new baseball. Yes, Wednesday and Thursday mornings, there was a pre-draft tryout camp here where kids of good ability who want to be looked at were looked at by scouts, and that certainly took its toll on the grass here as well. Swinging a foul as Santiago took a vicious hack at it and fisted it foul into the net. It dropped into the arms of the on-deck hitter, Jerry Gill. Santiago wears his black socks high, and he wears a long-sleeve black shirt underneath his gray Silverhawk top. Kevin's pitch is swatted in the air foul over towards the pregame picnic tents. That's right. We're handing out leaflets the next 3 ball games promoting Commercial Federal Bank's Fireworks Night. This Friday, the 23rd. The 1-2 from Kevin. Low and in, a fastball, and Santiago had to skip out of the way. At least 50 dog owners with their best friends sitting on the lawn section beyond the third base South Bend dugout. Swing and a miss as Santiago was fooled on a breaking pitch. 4 strikeouts for Kevin Jepsen in 2 innings, and he whisks through the Silverhawks, retiring them in order in the top of the second inning. After an inning and a half on this beautiful Sunday, the Kernels lead South Bend 2-0.
Previously on the Tony Kornheiser Show.
Dave Gavitt joins us now. One of the things I definitely wanted to talk to you about is this notion of the ACC attempting to try and poach teams from the Big East.
The people in the ACC should fall on their knees and pray that Miami says no if they have the votes, because it's ridiculous. As we speak today, Tony, I'm not sure the ACC has the votes to do this anyway. I don't know if they can get Miami to do it, so not sure, but I think it's a bad idea.
Syracuse and BC are, of course, founding members of the Big East. Why would the ACC why would they attempt this?
The mentality is that if we're going to go to 10, we got to go to 12 so we can have divisional play in football in a one-game playoff, a la the SEC and the Big 12. Well, the fact is that it's worked for the SEC and it's worked for the Big 12, but those are different breeds of cat. Pure and simple, this is a bad idea.
The Tony Kornheiser Show, weekdays on ESPN Radio.
When it comes to life insurance, think ahead. Think about planning for your family's future with Farm Bureau Financial Services. Joyce Safi in Cedar Rapids can help you determine what coverage is right for you and your family. When so much in life is beyond your control, aren't you glad life insurance isn't? For your family's future, think about life insurance from Joyce Safi in Cedar Rapids. Farm Bureau Financial Services, more than you think. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, West Des Moines, Iowa.
I don't know. That's a good question. Rockin' Ray with his companion Skydog USA putting on a show between home plate and the pitching mound between innings. I don't know what you'd call those little discs that the Skydog is able to catch. They look like a hybrid of a Frisbee, and he did just a great job along with his master, Rockin' Ray. The Kernels rock to the tune of 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 South Bend errors in the first inning. Matt Brown did reach on a Neb Brown error. That's been clarified. And as we get set to go here in the bottom of the second, we want to thank Progressive Homes. They're our area's complete builder of All-American Homes of Dyersville. Progressive Homes is a proud partner with the Kernels to help bring you these games here on the Zone. Progressive Homes, they invite you to visit their model homes. They're on Williams Boulevard Southwest next to Westside Tire. Progressive Homes, come see what Progressive Homes can build for you. Justin Hancock is leading off in the Kernels' second inning, with the Kernels leading South Bend 2-0. The Kernels have hit 25 home runs in 42 games, and that ranks us second, tied for second in the Midwest League. Justin takes a pitch in the dirt, ball one from Heath Heiberger. Heath pitched in relief in 36 games for South Bend last year, and he's a big, tall lefty from Illinois State. A ground ball past the pitcher's glove to the shortstop, Jerry Gill, and his throw is in time. Justin Hancock grounds out to short to lead off the Kernels' second inning. Our dugout interview guest, Rancel Melgarejo, now at the plate. Rancel told us that he was working on trying to stay back and keep his front side closed during batting practice. He said that he really is appreciative of the chance to play, and this is 5th game in a row as a starter. Right-handed batter who keyed 2. Here's a chopper to deep short. Gill's long throw. Not in time. An infield single for Melgarejo. Rancel started the Kernel 4-run 3rd inning with a leadoff single. He started the Kernel 3-run 4th inning with a leadoff single. And here with 1 out in the 2nd inning, he singles to the left side of the Silverhawk infield. Melgarejo with his average on the rise, hitting at .202. And Rancel was 2 for 4 last night. He scored 3 times. B.J. Weed slapped a single his first time up off the pitcher's glove. And a strike is called to B.J. Rockin' Ray making an announcement down below with Skydog in his left arm. Sounds like a preacher on Sunday afternoon. Rockin' Ray asking for some sort of donation. A pitch high and away. The runner goes, and the runner's tagged out at second. Melgarejo used a torpedo headfirst slide, but the throw by John Mark Sproul was taken by Adam Haley, the second baseman, and Rancel was tagged out trying to swipe second base. So after an infield single, Rancel caught trying to steal second, and the play went 2-4. There were 2 gone in the inning, and B.J. Weed took a strike. Now he hits one to deep center, but fading back is Jared Ball. He's there and has it. B.J. Weed flew out to center to end the Kernels' second inning. No runs in the second for the Kernels. An infield single, 1 hit. A man caught trying to steal second. No Silverhawk errors, and the Kernels leave. The bases empty. We head to the top of the 3rd, and the Kernels lead South Bend 2-0. Mike, you probably know about Darcy, her program. She went to Clear Creek, Amanda won a bunch of softball titles. Yeah, and Darcy has just finishing this week. Unofficially, she's done, but she's going to help us. She's just finishing her internship.
6 over into the crowd. You pat around while the music plays, and when the music stops, you have one in your hand.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Charlie. To our in-studio engineer, Deb Williams, we have finished the second inning. The Kernels scored no runs in the second on 1 hit. There were no South Bend errors. The Kernels left no one. We go to the top of the 3rd inning, and the Kernels are leading South Bend 2-0.
Life is a process of continuous change. Each of us has to be prepared to adjust to constantly changing events. One way you can make sure you're taking care of all the changes in your life is to visit Phil Andrews, your Pekin insurance agent at Weidenhammer Andrews in Cedar Rapids. You can depend on Phil Andrews, your Pekin insurance professional, to give you sound advice on insurance for your home, auto, life, and health. See Phil Andrews at the Weidenhammer Andrews Agency in Cedar Rapids to make your life a little easier.
The ability to read. Nothing's more important in predicting the future success of a child. Thanks to the generous, ongoing support of Toyota Financial Services, Kernel players visited a record 25 schools last spring to encourage children to read, with a series of dazzling rewards from Toyota Financial Services serving as incentives. An all-time high, 1,451 girls and boys read last summer. The Kernels salute Toyota Financial Services.
There's nothing more exciting at the ballpark than watching the ball leap off the bat and clear the center field fence. The perfect swing can change the course of a game and set the pace for the season. At Rockwell Collins, our employees step up to the plate every day and swing for the fences. Whether it's creating products that travel the world, delivering solutions to customers, or lending a helping hand in our own communities. Rockwell Collins and the Cedar Rapids Kernels, partners in making Cedar Rapids the best place to live, work, and play.
Our apologies to Deb Williams, our in-studio engineer. We gave her a faulty out cue, and that's why we're coming back here late. Let's tell you what happened. Jerry Gill on an 0-1 pitch sliced it off the end of the bat, a one-hopper that first baseman Justin Hancock made the play on, and one out, 6 in a row, retired by Kevin Jepsen. Adam Haley lifts one foul to the grandstand roof. Strike one to the left-handed hitting second baseman. A swing and a tip foul into the mid of the catcher Abruzzo. And Adam Haley's in the hole, 0-2. Kevin Jepsen is yet to allow a hit. He hasn't walked a man. He threw a bunt away for an error in the first inning. That's been the only Silverhawk runner. We're in the top of the third, 2-0 Kernels. And a pitch sails over the head of Adam Haley, a left-handed batter. Ball one. Haley in 16 games, batting .132. No homers, 1 RBI. Kevin standing up on top, delivers the 1-2, low, ball 2. Adam Haley struck out 3 times last night, was also hit by a pitch. He went to Louisville. He's a Louisville Cardinal, a 13th round pick by Arizona last June. Haley, a left-handed hitting infielder with an open stance. The 2-2. And he lifts it foul off the end of the bat, off to the left side. As a team, the Silverhawks struggling with the bat. They're hitting .233 as a ball club, 13th of 14 teams in the Midwest League. They're 12th in the league, 12 of 14 teams in homers with 13. But they're a good running team. They're third best in the league in steals. Haley hits one high in the air to shallow right. B.J. Weed coming on and makes the catch in shallow right. Adam Haley hit it a mile high to shallow right. Weed had to come a long way in, and he converged with second baseman Alberto Callaspo in shallow right and made the catch. 2 away in the Silverhawk third inning, and that is 7 straight retired by the Colonel 18-year-old. Top of the order for the Silverhawks, Jared Ball bats for the second time. Ball hitting .285, looks at one high, a fastball from Kevin Jepsen. Caleb Mayer, 2-out, 2-run single in the first inning, has staked the Kernels to an early 2-0 lead. The 1-0 from Kevin. Swing and a miss. Oh, Kevin Jepsen just reared back and blew one by. Jared Ball for strike one. Kevin looks nothing like he did in Dayton Tuesday night after the 8.5-hour Tri-State Travel Motor Coach drive. He lasted just 1 inning. And he fires a strike at the letters to Ball. Jepsen ahead 1-2. Kevin went 1 inning on Tuesday night in Dayton. It was a miserable outing. He gave up 5 runs, 4 earned on 5 hits, and was gone after an inning. A change-up, and it's tapped foul off the batter's foot, and it rolls just beyond the dirt batting circle in Fairground, where Jared Abruzzo gives it to the plate umpire. Upon inspection, the plate umpire, Aaron Banks, puts it back in one of his kangaroo pockets that drape on both sides of his gray trousers. Ball in a hole, 1-2 with 2 out and nobody on. And he fouls one straight back here, up above us to our left, and down below it went. A lucky fella just reached into the seat next to him, and he has a lifetime honorary Colonel contract, as well as a free spaghetti dinner at Zio Giano's when he shows that baseball at the Blimpie Guest Services booth. We hope he figures that out. A pitch in the dirt. And it's 2-2 to the Silverhawk leadoff batter. Plenty of action this afternoon on the State Farm Major League scoreboard. Our in-studio engineer, Deb Williams, will keep us fully apprised. Home plate umpire Aaron Banks dusts off the dish. The Colonel outfield plays ball to hit the other way. Mel Garejo playing way around into left center for the switch hitter, who chokes the bat an inch. Kevin's 2-2. Up and away, a fastball. It's a full count now. We've had so many positive comments about the small but significant addition we've made to our broadcast booth. A beautiful watercolor print gift presented to the Kernels by Darcy Ehrman as she winds down her time with us as an intern, and comment after comment about how beautiful it is. Here's a grounder to first, pulled by Jared Ball. An easy play for Justin Hancock. Through 3 innings, Kevin Jepsen is in total command. He's retired 8 in a row, and after 2.5 innings, the Colonels on top of the Silverhawks, 2-0.
Okay, so I'm dropping my daughter off at daycare, and as I'm walking out, I see myself in the double door. Uh-oh is right. My hair looks terrible. My ends are all scraggly, and my roots. Did you see my roots? I can't believe I've been walking around like this.
Have you tried cost cutters?
Oh, I'd love to get my hair done, but who has the time? With work and the kids, I barely have time to find matching socks, let alone time for my hair. Besides, I need the works.
Just go to Cost Cutters. They'll have you in and out and looking great in no time.
Yeah?
Yeah. At Cost Cutters, the stylist will keep you looking great with a new cut, some color, even highlights. Check out mine.
Oh, so Cost Cutters is your secret.
Yep. I even get my favorite products there. You know, shampoo, conditioner.
That's it. I'm going to Cost Cutters.
Right now?
My roots, thank you.
There are a dozen Cost Cutters here in our area, each offering a relaxed, convenient hair care experience with no appointments and no hassles. Cost Cutters makes things easy and affordable with professional stylists who care about you. Cost Cutters. Live your life. We always have time for your hair.
Miller Lite, Miller Time, track 7.
Well, chilling with my crew and an ice cold brew. Miller Lite's alright for a backyard bar, but you wait in the meantime. I recite this rhyme to remind the whole world that it's Miller time. In the summertime. Get back, relax, it's Miller time, yeah!
Miller Lite, Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
Well, Skydog USA and Rockin' Ray are still out doing their number as that dog can go over 150 feet and catch flying frisbees in the air. Rockin' Ray and Skydog USA putting on quite a show here this afternoon with over 50 dog owners proudly sitting on the grass lawn seating slope, berm, down the left field line with their faithful friends, their dogs. Alberto Callaspo is first up for the Kernels in the second inning. Alberto reached on a fielder's choice, scored in the first inning. He tries to bunt his way on and bunts it foul up high on the backstop, strike one. And I can hear some dogs barking somewhere. I'm looking around to find out where. Boy, the kids at this ballpark absolutely love Skydog USA and Rockin' Ray. Well, who wouldn't? They are so highly trained and play to the crowd. A pitch high, now one down and in. It's 2-1 to Callaspo. Alberto is hitting .333. He's tied for first in the league with 32 runs scored. Now he's scored 33 runs. And he pushes one foul, serving it into one of the diamond suites just to our right. It's 2-2 to Alberto. That's right, Callaspo has scored 33 runs this season. Tied for first in the league when we started play today. The switch hitter batting right, the southpaw's pitch. Ground ball to third. Neb Brown has it. The long throw in time to get the speedy Callaspo. Neb Brown pounded the pill in his mitt before he unleashed a perfect peg across the diamond to get Alberto. One out in the Colonel third inning. 2-0 Kernels. South Bend's record is 15-25. And they're in the basement of the Eastern Division first half standings. The Colonel record is 21-21. We're in a tie for fourth in the Western Division standings. Heiberger pitches one right in on the hands of Aybar, and Erick fights it off by dribbling it foul to the left. Erick Aybar hit by a pitch and scored in the first inning. On the road, the Silverhawks have won 7 and lost 13. They're 8-12 at Coveleski Stadium. A bunt attempt by Aybar, and he bunts it foul to Jared Abruzzo, the on-deck hitter. Jared played a little bit of soccer with that ball and kind of kicked it towards the backstop. Boy, it must be fun for Abruzzo to hit in front of three hitters, all hitting over 330. What a luxury for Jared Abruzzo. A curve, look out, that one's whistled foul, and oh boy, it hit a little girl in the lawn section, and thankfully it hit her in the lower leg. Certainly it'll hurt, but thankfully the St. Luke's First Aid Station right on hand to make sure that little girl's okay. It struck her in the lower leg, and she's being looked at right now. She'll be in good shape. Don't want to minimize being hit in the shin, but thank goodness if you're hit in the shin, it's not going to do anything life-threatening. Here's a curve and a swing and a miss. Erick Aybar fans, and there are 2 away in the Colonel third inning. 2-0 Kernels. Alan Bernard right on the scene, along with Dana St. Germain, looking over the status of that youngster that was struck in the lower leg, and we emphasize lower leg by that foul ball. Abruzzo tapped out to second his first time up. Jared hits a rocket to short underneath the glove of Jerry Gill. Too hot to handle. A 2-out single for Abruzzo. Jerry Gill tried to backhand it. Nothing doing as Abruzzo pulverized that first pitch. Jared's first hit of the afternoon is a solid single to left with 2 out in the third inning.
Left fielder,
Caleb Mayer, who came through with a 2-out, 2-run single in the first inning, bats for the second time today. A right-handed hitter with an open stance, and ball 1 is low to Caleb. A good, lively crowd here today. Come on out tomorrow for those drink and food specials on the Miller Mezzanine Terrace. Ball 2 is outside to Caleb from the lefty, Heath Heiberger. On the Miller Mezzanine tomorrow night, quench your thirst with dollar draws, $2 well drinks, or $4 malt drinks. A high fly ball into shallow right. Coming on is Rudy Santiago. He's there and has it. Caleb Mayer pushed it off the end of his bat, stroked it high down the line and right, where it was caught by Santiago. Those other specials on the Miller Mezzanine tomorrow, in addition to dollar draws, $2 well drinks, $4 malt drinks, $1 hot dogs, $2 brats. Tomorrow on the Miller Mezzanine, party on the patio. The gates open at 5:30. In the Colonel third, no runs. A 2-out single, 1 hit. There were no South Bend errors. The Colonels strand a man. They've left 3. And after 3, the Colonels 2, the Silverhawks nothing.
If you're looking for something, there are many helpful tools. A telescope? When you're looking for something big. A microscope. When you're looking for something small. Or bare feet.
Oh.
When you're looking for lost Legos. But if you're looking for a family doctor, the most helpful tools are your telephone or your computer. Simply call Mercy Care Family Physicians at 369-4444 or visit our website at www.mercycaredoctors.com for all the details on the Mercy Care Family Practice location nearest you. You'll find the Mercy Care Family Physician best suited to your needs, including those who offer special services for... So if you're looking for a family doctor, choose the right tool for the job. Call 369-4444 or on the web at www.mercycaredoctors.com. Looking for a family doctor has never been easier.
This place is a madhouse as Miller finishes unloading her cart and avoids the impulse items. She whips out her U.S. Bank check card. How easy was that? She just earned cash back. Whoa, Millie! Score cash every time you make a purchase with your U.S. Bank check card. Get checking that pays. Only from U.S. Bank. Stop by U.S. Bank. Call 1-800-720-BANK or visit usbank.com. Member FDIC.
Well, through 3 innings, Kevin Jepsen has been totally dominant. The only man to reach for South Bend did so in the first inning when he bunted Kevin slipped upon picking up the bunt and threw it away. Neb Brown wound up at second with 1 out in the first inning, but Jepsen got the next 2, and that has started a string of 8 in a row retired by Kevin Jepsen. Kevin has set down 8 in a row. He'll face the man who did bunt successfully and induce a throwing error. Neb Brown, John Mark Sproul, and Jeff Stanek, the numbers 2, 3, and 4 in the Silverhawk lineup to bat here in the 4th inning. 2-0 Kernels. We've told you about the great specials on the Miller Mezzanine Terrace tomorrow evening. The gates open at 5:30. The game starts at 6:30. $1 draws, $2 well drinks, $4 malt drinks, $1 hot dogs, $2 brats. Tomorrow evening on the Miller Mezzanine, the most breathtaking view. Here's a drive into center, sending Melgarejo back on his horse. Melgarejo gallops way to his right, and he lassos it in. Rancel Melgarejo had to go a long way into deep left center, but you heard him on the dugout interview. He absolutely loves going after balls in center field. Nobody has done it better in my 8 years with the Kernels in center field than Melgarejo. Neb Brown flies out to deep left center. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 4th inning. 9 in a row retired by the Colonel 18-year-old 6-game winner, who pumps a strike in to John Mark Sproul, a left-handed hitting catcher. Yes, the most breathtaking view of all of Cedar Rapids and the diamond below from the Miller Mezzanine Terrace, where a number of folks are basking in the sun here this afternoon. 2-0 Kernels. Kevin Jepsen has set down 9 straight Silverhawks. He threw a slider a changeup in the dirt. It's 1-1 to Sproul. John Mark nubs one foul and breaks his bat. It actually didn't break the entire bat. He just sliced a piece out of the barrel, and that's unusual to see. So John Mark Sproul will retreat to the third base South Bend dugout to get a new war club. A week from today, baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. That's right, one of you lucky Colonel fans, 18 years or older with a valid driver's license and proof of insurance, will be drawn as a winner next Sunday of a 2002 Chevy Cavalier. Hy-Vee will be giving away coupons to everyone who comes next Sunday. A coupon for a free slice of apple pie. Hot dogs will be half price next Sunday. You could win a 2002 Chevy Cavalier from Pat McGrath Chevyland. A grounder to first, knocked down by Hancock. Justin feeds the pitcher covering with an underhanded toss. Out is John Mark Sproul. It went 3-1. Oh, Hancock's been a busy guy at first base. Justin has handled 3 chances now, 2 unassisted and 1 assist. And that's 10 in a row retired by Kevin Jepsen. He's been dynamite here this afternoon. That's right, next Sunday, your chance to win a 2002 Chevy Cavalier if you're 18 years or older with a valid driver's license and proof of insurance. Thanks to Pat McGrath Chevyland, a 2002 Chevy Cavalier will be given away here at the ballpark. Can you believe that? Swing and a miss on an 0-1 pitch, and Jeff Stanek's in the hole 0-2. I have never seen an 18-year-old pitching with the kind of command and dominance that Kevin Jepsen is right now. He is in total command. He nods yes. He's ahead 0-2 to the left-handed batter. And a pop foul off the fist of Stanek into the seats third base side. In addition to the 2002 Chevy Cavalier being given away next Sunday on Pat McGrath Chevyland Day, Hy-Vee will be giving away a certificate, a coupon to everyone who comes to the game next Sunday. It starts at 2, the gates open at 1, for a free slice of apple pie. A pitch to the backstop over the head of Abruzzo, ball 1 to the cleanup man, Jeff Stanek. Next Sunday, baseball, hot dogs, half price, apple pie, coupons, certificates good for a free slice at any of our area Cedar Rapids or Marion Hy-Vees, and a chance for you to win a 2002 Chevy Cavalier. You can't beat that, can you? The 1-2. A curve and a swing and a miss. 11 in a row for Kevin Jepsen. 11 in a row for the Colonel right-hander, who's been dominant, absolutely dominant through 4 innings. That swing and a miss by Stanek is Kevin's 6th strikeout of the young afternoon. And down in order go the Silverhawks for the 3rd time in a row. They're looking for their first hit against Kevin Jepsen. And after 4, it's the Colonels, after 3.5 rather, it's the Colonels leading South Bend 2-0.
I hope you're having a great weekend. Scott Yunez joining you. Thanks for tuning in to The Zone, ESPN Radio 1600. KCRG, let's take a look at the sports lineup on Monday, May the 19th. Colonel Baseball comes your way in the evening, 6:10, your pregame time as the Colonels take on the South Bend Silverhawks from Vets Memorial Stadium. Noon game on Tuesday. Again, Colonels and South Bend to close out this portion of the 8-game homestand. First 4 with South Bend. 11:40 is your pregame. 12 noon is the first pitch. Make your plans to go on out to the ballpark. Off day on Wednesday, then on Thursday, the Colonels back as they entertain the Clinton Lumber Kings for the first time in 2003. 6:10 on Thursday, the 22nd is your pregame. Friday the 23rd, we've got more Colonel baseball. The Colonels again hosting the Clinton Lumber Kings. That comes your way at 6:10. No Hawkeye Downs racing this week on Friday. Catch all the action on The Zone.
The tool needed to rebuild lives after a disaster isn't always a hammer. Sometimes it's a word of encouragement. When disaster strikes, the Salvation Army knows that rebuilding shattered lives takes more than tools from the hardware store. It takes the tools that come from the heart. Need knows no season, so please give generously. Donate online at salvationarmyusa.org or call 1-800-SALARMY.
Matt Brown leads off for the Colonels in the 4th inning. He reached on an error in the 1st inning. Ball 1 is high from lefty Heath Heiberger. Now a pitch in the dirt, a changeup. Bottom of the 4th, the Colonels scored a pair on a 2-out single into left by Caleb Mayer in the 1st inning. Kevin Jepsen has been completely in command the first 4 innings here today. Ball 3 is outside to Matt Brown. The left fielder playing extremely deep for Matt, that's Nielsen Talon. Let's see if Heiberger can throw a strike. He did, and it's looped into shallow right. It may fall. Oh, what a catch near the line by the second baseman, Adam Haley. On a 3-0 pitch, Todd Klaus turned Matt Brown loose, and Matt fisted it in the air and looped it into shallow right. Adam Haley, speeding towards the line, fully extended, made a good play near the line for the out. The second baseman caught it. 1 out, nobody on for Alex Devorsky. Alex lined out to center to end the Colonel 1st inning. Ball 1 is high and outside to the Colonel DH. Alex looks like he has a brand new bat in his hand. A high pop foul off to the right. It'll be caught by Sean Llewellowitz near the Colonel dugout outside first base. And Alex is fouled out to first. 2 away in the Colonel 4th inning. Quickly, 2 gone. We're moving right along. That's because both hurlers are throwing strike after strike. 2-0 Colonels. Bottom of the 4th inning. And with 2 out, Justin Hancock at the plate. Hancock grounded out to short his first time up. A line drive into center field. A 2-out single for Hancock. Justin ripped a single on the first pitch he saw from Heath Heiberger. And Hancock's aboard with the 5th Colonel hit of the day. Let's see if Todd Klaus does some running with Rancel Melgarejo, a good hit and run man at the plate. Colonel Baseball here in the new Veterans Memorial Stadium. And on the Zone, brought to you in part all season long by Worley Warehousing. A bunt, and it's going to be a base hit. The throw to first not made. Rancel Melgarejo bunts his way on. You won't see a prettier bunt. He laid it down up the carpet on the third base side. Neb Brown charged it, was about to throw, but lost the handle. Had he thrown, it would have been way too late. A bunt single all the way for Melgarejo. That's right. We want to thank Worley Warehousing for their season-long backing of the Kernels here on the Zone, ESPN Radio 1600. Worley Warehousing has a beautiful Tri-Vision sign here at the ballpark, and you hear about them all season long here on Kernel broadcasts. That's Worley Warehousing. Out to the mound is the pitching coach Dan Carlson to talk it over with Heath Heiberger. Boy, Melgarejo laid down a beautiful bunt with Justin Hancock going to second base. And now B.J. Weed could give the Kernels a bigger lead. We're in the bottom of the fourth, and the Kernels lead it 2-0. B.J. singled off the pitcher's mitt in the first, flew out to center to end the second. He's batting for the third time today. A bunch of kids down below licking their chops in front of a frozen Dairy Queen birthday cake. Weed, a switch hitter batting right, 2 on, 2 out. A curve, and it's bounced to deep third. It's a foul ball. Fielded back a third by Neb Brown. Well, we're seeing more and more white and red thunder sticks here at the new Veterans Memorial Stadium. That's because the kids all throughout the community have read in the Toyota Financial Services reading program. They've already completed 250 minutes of reading and earned those red and white thunder sticks from Toyota Financial Services. The 0-1 to BJ. Slapped foul up the third base side. Halfway up the line, the catcher hustles out to pick it up. John Mark Sproul. The sun keeps peering in and out. It's a 74-degree Sunday afternoon. The Kernels have won 21, lost 21. We're 14-10 here in our home ballpark, where we're hitting .292 as a team. Hancock at second. Melgarejo at first. BJ in an 0-2 hole. A curve, and it just missed high. You're listening to Kernel Baseball at the top of the hour on the Zone. ESPN Radio 1600 AM, KCRG, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Weed stands motionless at the plate, stands straight away. The lefty's pitch. A little looper into shallow center. It may fall. The center fielder's there and has it. Well, Jared Ball was playing shallow in center, and he came trotting in to make a one-handed grab to retire the Kernels in the fourth inning. No runs, a pair of 2-out singles. The Kernels have 6 hits in 4 innings. There were no South Bend errors. The Kernels leave 2. The Kernels have stranded 5 runners in 4 at-bats. We head to the top of the fifth with the Kernels ahead of South Bend, 2-0.
What can I help you with here at Big Time Motors?
Well, I'm looking for a used car. I like this one. What's the price?
Listen, lady, I don't sell prices. I sell cars. But I guess if you must know, it's this.
Wow. That's $2,000 more than the one low price on the exact same car at Randy Keel Honda. And I didn't even have to ask them. Randy Keel has the prices posted for every car on their lot.
Well, we've got the best service department to stand behind our vehicles.
Really? Randy Keel showed me they're #1 in service and sales customer satisfaction. How do you know yours is the best?
My manager told me.
Thanks, but I think I'm going back to Randy Keel Honda to get the best price and the best service.
But I could throw in a free air freshener to put over the rearview mirror.
Nice try.
Randy Keel Honda understands what you need when you're looking for a new or used car. They post their prices clearly, so you don't have to guess, and they'll never pressure you. That's why they're #1 in service and sales customer satisfaction. And they just won the President's Award from American Honda. Come find out for yourself. Randy Keel Honda is on Center Point Road in Cedar Rapids, or you can visit them at randykeel.com.
Save money by taking the bus to work. By riding the city bus, you could say goodbye to gas and car maintenance costs. Studies show that transportation is second only to housing when it comes to household expenses. Five Seasons Transportation and Parking wants to help your bottom line. We provide bus service to the metro area for the cost of a 75-cent fare. Compare that to your daily gas and parking expenses. Monthly and 10-punch bus passes are also available. For more information, call 286-5573 or visit our website at www.crbus-parking.org.
Well, here we go to the fifth inning. And thanks to the Kernels, we're going to bring you our Kernel Did You Know question. Visit us online at www.kernels.com. That's Kernels. You can order tickets for upcoming games or learn about all the fantastic fun promotions and attractions that await you here at the new ballpark as the season progresses. Ball one is low to the big strapping number 5 hitter Sean Llewellyn out of Vanderbilt University, Nashville, Tennessee. One of the most prestigious schools in the country is Vanderbilt. A line drive base hit into center is the first hit of the game for the Silverhawks, and it breaks a string of 11 in a row retired by Kevin Jepsen. A leadoff single for Sean Llewellyn on a 1-0 pitch as the Silverhawks bringing the tying run to the plate here in the fifth inning, 2-0 Kernels. The Kernels also want to remind you that you can order tickets by calling our box office at 896-7650. 896. Now I'm getting mixed up again. Let me double check that. I thought I had these numbers memorized, and I should have them memorized, but I don't want to give out the wrong number for our ticket office. 896-7560. 896-7560. And if we're off on that, I'm sure someone will correct me promptly because we need to get that number right. A swing and a miss on a 1-0 pitch is Nielsen Talon, who homered here yesterday, is even on the count 1-1. That Kernel ticket number, 896-7560. I'll say it with confidence and assuredness, 896-7560. The 1-1 to Talon. A slider low and away. Our Kernel Did You Know question. Did you know that the 1950 Boston Red Sox were the last team to hit 300 for a season? That's right. In 1950, the Boston Red Sox hit 302 as a team, yet finished in third place in the American League standings, 4 back of those darn Yankees. The runner goes, and a pitch drilled into left center will send Sean Llewellyn speeding to third without a play. First and third, nobody out for the visiting Silverhawks. Llewellyn was running, and Nielsen Talon tagged a single into left center, and the Kernel 2-0 lead is in great peril now in the top of the fifth inning. A hit-and-run single by Nielsen Talon, sending Sean Llewellyn speeding to third without a play. Well, that 1950 Boston Red Sox team won 94, lost 60, yet they finished in third place behind the Yankees in Detroit. And they had the league's leading hitter, Billy Goodman. He hit 354. Dom DiMaggio hit 328. Al Zarilla hit 325. So they had 3 of the league's top 6 hitters. Vern Stevens drove in 144 runs. Walt Dropo drove in 144 runs. Man, they had a star-studded lineup, did the Red Sox in 1950. The last team to hit 300 for a year. Here's a safety squeeze attempt, and the ball pushed foul off to the left by Rudy Santiago. Strike one to the left-handed batter. 2-0 Kernels, sun shining brightly now, with Silverhawk runners at the corners and nobody out. The 1950 Red Sox hit 302 as a team, the last team to hit 300. And what a lineup they had. Walt Dropo at first, Bobby Dorr at second. There's a pop foul off to the left, strike 2. Vern Stevens was the shortstop. Johnny Pesky at third. An outfield of Ted Williams, Dom DiMaggio, and Al Zarilla, and the catcher was Bertie Tebbetts. What a team the 1950 Red Sox were. Dave Weidenhammer, a good friend of ours, remembers a lot of those names on the 1950 Red Sox. The last team to hit 300 as a team. Ball, strike 3 called, and the batter can't believe it. Rudy Santiago thought the pitch was high. He glares back at the plate umpire Aaron Banks in utter disbelief, and a word full of criticism from the third base coach and manager, Vaughn Hayes. Vaughn Hayes thought that pitch was high. Abruzzo was coming out of his catching squat because he thought that Nielsen Talon was running. A big strikeout by Jepsen, Kevin's 7th of the day. Now the batter's Jerry Gill. Talon may be running. He's not running. Gill loops one into right. It'll be caught by Weed. A runner will try to score. Here's the catch, and the throw home is not in time. Safe. Throw to second. Runner safe. Oh, Weed's throw just about got Sean Llewellyn. It was a lot closer than I thought, and unfortunately the tying run goes to second on a sacrifice fly to right by Jerry Gill. B.J. Weed's throw was a two-hopper, and it darn near got Sean Llewellyn. Man, Llewellyn was running his hardest, but it looked like he had cement in his shoes. It took him forever to score. He slid in feet first, ahead of the tag by Abruzzo. Weed's throw was good, but the tying run went to second. And now Adam Haley swings and misses, strike one. It's 2-1 Kernels here in the top of the 5th inning. The sacrifice fly by Jerry Gill, his 12th run driven in of the season. Yeah, that 1950 Boston Red Sox club was something. They hit .302 as a team. Uh-oh, the batter drilled in the thigh, and he'll take first base. Oh, no. Now the Silverhawks will have runners at first and second with 2 out, and their leadoff man, Jared Ball, has a chance to tie the game. The last thing that Jepsen wanted to do, facing a 132 hitting second baseman, was hit him in the thigh. Kevin accidentally did that, and it prompts a visit to the hill by the pitching coach. The pitching coach, Eric Bennett. 2-1. The Kernels lead it here in the top of the 5th inning. Our Kernel Did You Know question brought to you by the Kernels. Let's review those Red Sox of 1950, the last team to hit over 300 in a season. Walt Dropo was the first baseman. At second, Bobby Dorr. Vern Stevens, who led the league in RBIs along with Walt Dropo. Both drove in 144. Vern was the shortstop. Johnny Pesky at third. And an outfield of Ted Williams, Dom DiMaggio, and Al Zarilla, and the catcher was Bertie Tebbetts. Boy, those guys hit .302 as a team. A ground ball to the right side, a base hit. A runner tries to score. Weeds throw home, and the runner is safe! Safe! It looked like he was out, but he was safe at the plate. The game tied 2-2. Oh, Abruzzo's mad, and I don't blame him. I thought the runner was out at the plate, and so did Todd Klaus. Oh, that umpire, Aaron Banks, has had a tough time pleasing either team here this afternoon, and the Silverhawks have tied the game. Nielsen Talon looked like he was tagged out at the plate. Jared Abruzzo argued, and Todd Klaus has come out to argue, as Jared Ball grounded one through the right side of the Kernel infield, right in the hole for an RBI single. You knew that when we hit the number 9 hitter, it would spell trouble, and it has spelled trouble. It's a 2-2 game. Adam Haley, the man that was hit by the pitch, goes to third, and now what the Kernels have to hope for is to get out of this inning tied at 2. Oh, Weed's throw home was good, and Abruzzo had the backside of the plate sealed off. I thought he was out at the plate, but the plate umpire signaled safe. Aaron Banks, the plate umpire, signaled safe. Now a swing and a miss by Neb Brown. Well, Kevin Jepsen has surrendered 2 runs on 3 singles and a hit batter here in the 5th, and the game is tied 2-2. 2 very close plays at the plate. 2 very close plays at the plate. Ball 1 down and away to Neb Brown, a left-handed batter. And credit South Bend. Their runners rounding third, made good turns and slid in safely, apparently ahead of tags by Jared Abruzzo. No doubt on a sacrifice fly that Llewellyn was safe, but it looked like Nielsen Talon was out at the plate moments ago. Ann and Eric Kerner down below. Ann, if you thought the runner was out, a thumbs up. A thumbs down if you thought he was safe. And Ann thought he was safe. Okay. So we won't argue anymore. A pitch out, and the runner at first holding. That's Jared Ball. He has 13 steals and 18 tries. Well, Kevin Jepsen was in total command through 4 innings, and now he's laboring here in the 5th to keep the game tied at 2 and to get out of the inning. Let's hope Kevin can do that. 2-2 our score, top of the 5th inning. Neb Brown is 0 for 2. A throw to first, and diving back safely is Ball. Ball's base hit into right, squeezed between Hancock and the second baseman Callaspo. The runner goes, and a throw to the shortstop at second. A runner trying to score. The runner is out at the plate. Abruzzo lowered his shoulder into the runner and tagged him out. Jarrett made a point there to say to the plate umpire, you can't call this guy safe. I'm going to lower my left shoulder into him. I'm going to be the assertive one. And he tagged out Adam Haley trying to steal home. The inning ends on a man caught trying to steal home. It went 1-6-2. 1-6-2. Jepsen to Aybar to home, out at the plate. In the 5th inning for South Bend. 2 runs on 3 hits, no Colonel errors, a hit batsman, and the Silverhawks leave 1 man on. It's a brand new ball game as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Kernels and Silverhawks tied 2-2.
Remember when you were a child and there was a safety patrol person near your school to make sure you could cross the street safely? Don't you wish you had a safety patrol with you to help you conduct your life safely? Scott Draper, your Pekin insurance agent at Sheets Forest Draper Insurance in Marion, can help you feel safe with the right insurance coverages. For the right insurance for your home, auto, life, health, and business, see your Pekin insurance agent, Scott Draper at Sheets Forest Draper Insurance in Marion.
My name is Shauna Baird. I graduated from Fairfield High School, class of 2001. I chose Kirkwood because Kirkwood was really warm and welcoming. There was a modernized school. They were up to date. The price was right for me. It was affordable. I really like Cedar Rapids, as a town. Right now I'm a student ambassador, and so I get the chance to go out and talk to people and promote Kirkwood, and I really like to do that. I'm interested in sales, so that gives me a chance to do what I really enjoy, and I absolutely love the classes. They're a good size, and the teachers are always there for you. They give out their phone number. You can call them any questions that you have. It eases your way into the college experience, and when you're going from high school to being out on your own, it's a big change, it's a big jump into life. And this way, it gradually gets you there. You start out the community college, you have the smaller class size, and that way, you can work your way into the huge classrooms that you're going to have when you do go on to university. Right now, I love where I'm at, and I just love the school.
Log on to kirkwood.edu.
Just remember how he acted when I started up there? He Here we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, a brand new game, 2-2 the score. And a new pitcher on for South Bend. Heiberger pitched well. He went 4 innings and gave the Kernels 2 runs. A ground ball slapped back to the new pitcher, and the right-hander, Enrique Gonzalez, throws Callaspo out. A dog has retrieved the bat, to everyone's delight. Now the little fella isn't sure where to take it. There he goes back to his master, Rockin' Ray. We told you that these dogs are smarter than a lot of human beings, and indeed they are. Alberto Callaspo, first pitch swinging, hit a one-hopper sharply back to the mound where the new pitcher Gonzalez made the play. Now a curve and a swing and a miss by Aybar. Heath Heiberger went 4 innings, allowed 2 runs on 6 hits. Heiberger struck out 1. He walked none, and he hit a batter. Swing and a miss by Erick. He's in the hole 0-2 on a pair of curveballs. 2-2 the score. The Kernels have out-hit South Bend 6-3, but we're even at 2-2. Erick singles Drills down the line in left. On an 0-2 pitch, Aybar just reached out and slapped it off the end of the bat. Nielsen Talon had him played near the line in left. A one-out single by Erick Aybar, the Colonel's 7th hit of the afternoon. And all that cheering you're hearing is not just for Erick Aybar's single. It's because one of the two Skydog USAs is coming out onto the field after every batter and retrieving the bat. Abruzzo takes low from Gonzalez. Enrique Gonzalez, 2-2 on the year. A 3.98 ERA. He's on for the 13th time out of the Silverhawk bullpen. One save. The league hitting .268 against right-hander Enrique Gonzalez. On in relief for Heath Heiberger. A strike on the outside corner to Abruzzo. Gonzalez is 20 years old. A right-hander from Venezuela. He started 26 games for South Bend in 2001. A throw to first, and Erick Aybar's back safely. 2-2 the score, bottom of the 5th. Our Springhouse Family Restaurant baseball trivia question comes your way in the top of the 6th inning. Will the Kernels have the lead by then? We're tied at 2 here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 on, 1 out for Abruzzo. The runner goes. A pitch, a ball outside. The throw to second. Not in time. A stolen base. Number 12 for Erick Aybar. Boy, John Mark Sproul almost threw that down there like, well, I'm not going to get him out, but I'll go ahead and throw it anyway. He really had no real zip on the throw. Enrique Gonzalez has pitched 20 1/3 innings this year, giving up 22 hits in 20 1/3. Jarrett jackknifes away from a pitch just downstairs. Ball 3 rather, 3-1 to Abruzzo. Enrique Gonzalez was 4-12 with the Silverhawks 2 seasons ago. In 26 starts, he was 4-12. Abruzzo sitting on a 3-1 count, but the Silverhawks have a base open. They don't have to give Jarrett anything too good to hit. The 3-1. A curve, a beauty, strike 2 called. It froze Jarrett Abruzzo. And now the count's full to the Colonel cleanup man. A curve, and it's chopped foul outside first. Halo Happenings, provided to us by Mike Kuhlbeck, Director of Public Relations and Marketing for the Kernels. At Fenway Park yesterday, behind former Colonel Jarrett Washburn, the Angels topped the Red Sox 6-2. Colonel Hall of Famer Sean Wooten had a pinch hit RBI single in Anaheim's 3-run 9th inning as the Angels are playing well in Boston. Ball 4, a fastball inside. Abruzzo walks, and he joins Aybar on base. First and second, 1 out. Caleb Mayer is driven in, the only 2 Colonel runs of the day. A 2-out, 2-run single in the first inning. We're tied at 2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Salt Lake, the AAA affiliate of the Anaheim Angels, routed Las Vegas 11-3 last night. Former Colonel right-hander Steve Green scattered 7 hits over 6 innings. Green now 3-2. Arkansas broke a long losing streak as they shut out Wichita 2-0. The first pitch to Mayer. Club foul onto the Papa John's Plaza right field line. Former Colonel right-hander Billy Stokely, 1-1 for AA Arkansas, scattered 7 hits over 8 innings. And last year's terrific Colonel setup man, Steve Andrade, pitched a scoreless 9th for his second save. Arkansas 2, Wichita 0. Tyrone Boykin's club is now 22-20. Enrique Gonzalez to Caleb Mayer with 2 on and 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Strike 2 called on the outside corner. Rancho Cucamonga was absolutely dismantled by High Desert. 17-2, the Quakes lost. Nick Gorneau hit his 6th home run. A bouncer to short, could be 2. Shortstop to second, out. Second baseman to first. Wild throw!
and Aybar scores to make it 3-2 Kernels. A force out of Abruzzo went Jerry Gill to Adam Healy, and then Healy threw one in the dirt. It got by the first baseman, Sean Llewellyn. Mayer reaches on a fielder's choice, and a throwing error by Jerry Gill gives the Kernels a 3-2 lead. It's the third error of the day by South Bend. Now a slider is low, ball one to Matt Brown. The Silverhawks tried to turn a double play, got the force out of Abruzzo. The throw to first would have had Mayer, but it skipped in the dirt. And perhaps no error charged. I think there has to be an error charge, but Al Gruwell will come in between innings and set us straight if there's not an error charge to the second baseman. Mayer's a right-handed batter. There is an error on the second baseman, a strike, and it's a throw to first, and Caleb back safely. 1-2 on Matt Brown. An error has been charged to the second baseman, Adam Healy. And the Kernels lead it 3-2 here in the fifth inning. Springhouse Family Restaurant baseball trivia question coming up in the top of the sixth inning. 3-2 Kernels. Matt Brown rolls one foul past third. It went over the base. It looked like fair, but a foul ball. And Caleb Mayer returns to first. Kernel Baseball here on the Zone, ESPN Radio 1600, brought to you in part all season long by Dale Lee Distributing, proud distributors of Budweiser. For the crisp, clean, refreshing taste of Budweiser, visit the new Veterans Memorial Stadium. Dale Lee Distributing. A foul into the screen keeps Matt Brown pumping at 1-2 Dale Lee Distributing, a proud sponsor of Kernel Baseball. Budweiser, crisp, clean, refreshing. 1-2 to Matt Brown, 2 out. Bottom of the fifth inning, 3-2 Kernels. A curve from Gonzalez is low and away, and Matt Brown's had a good at bat. Brown, a right-handed hitter. Bounces one to the third baseman, who makes a good play to his left, reaches down, and then flips to second to force Caleb Mayer. Matt Brown with a good at bat, but bounces out to third by way of a force out at second. In the fifth inning, 1 run for the Kernels on 1 hit, a stolen base, 1 big error by the Silverhawks. The Kernels leave 1 and have stranded 6 men. Springhouse Family Restaurant baseball trivia question coming next. After 5, Kernels 3, South Bend 2.
When we met at Spaghetti, we would never forget Zio Giano's. Now it's where mi amore and I dine in. We carry out the lunch and the dinner all the time for lasagna, ravioli, mandacati, cannelloni, tortellini. Or try their delicious salads and sub sandwiches too. Zio Giano's is the hometown taste of Italy. For your next meal with friends and a family, remember Zio Giano's with 5 convenient locations for the pasta that makes you sing.
Here's a fact about the new Veterans Memorial Stadium I bet you didn't know. All of the grounds surrounding our community's newest source of pride are maintained by Greg's Lawn Service. That's right, it's Greg's Lawn Service that provides you with that initial lift when you approach our magnificent new ballpark. Greg's Lawn Service can put their first-class signature on your yard, elevating it to the same immaculate condition you see around the stadium. Greg's Lawn Service, a cut above the rest since 1983.
With spring weather here, well, summer is allegedly following. Well, time to call the A-Team at Ahern Plumbing and Heating. The A-Team will check your cooling system to be sure it's working right. Of course, if your heating system is acting up too, then you're still going to need that for a few weeks. The experts at Ahern will come to your rescue 24 hours a day. So call the A-Team at 393-4872 and have your heating and cooling system checked up. 393-4872 for the A-Team at Ahern Plumbing and Heating.
We go to the top of the 6th inning. 3-2 Kernels. The sun shining brightly now, a breeze blowing from left to right.
All winners are in section 107. You're going to get certificates for a free sandwich at Chick-fil-A Westdale Mall. Congratulations. They don't enter in the 6th for South Bend, Brown.
Well, here we go to the top of the 6th inning. Neb Brown is the first batter up. And he takes outside, ball 1 from Kevin Jepsen. Now a pitch is low for ball 2. The Springhouse Family Restaurant is proud to bring you the Springhouse Family Restaurant baseball trivia question. And we'll have it for you as we roll along here in the 6th inning. Ball 3 high from Kevin Jepsen. The Springhouse has a fabulous new promotion they'd like to share with you. You can fill out a form for their birthday club prior to your birthday month, and you'll get a letter in the mail for a free birthday meal at the Springhouse. A 4-pitch walk to Neb Brown by Kevin Jepsen starts action here in the top of the 6th inning. The Kernels hold a precarious 3-2 lead. That walk by Jepsen, a 4-pitch walk, will likely result in, well, nobody working in the Kernel bullpen. That's right, the Springhouse Family Restaurant has a new promotion. A great way for you to celebrate your birthday. Ball 1 is just high to John Mark Sproul, the left-handed batter. You can fill out a form for the Springhouse's birthday club prior to your birthday month, and you'll get a letter in the mail from the Springhouse for a free birthday meal at the Springhouse. If you've been one of our 24 Springhouse Family Restaurant baseball trivia question winners, that's great, but please don't call in this afternoon. We want to give fresh listeners, new listeners, or regular listeners who haven't called in a chance to win a $5 gift certificate from the Springhouse and a wooden token for a free cup of coffee. Ball 2 is low and away to John Mark Sproul. 3-2 Kernels. In the top of the 6th inning, we'll have our Springhouse Family Restaurant baseball trivia question for you. A throw to first and the runner back. And please don't call until we give you the phone number. We do have, by good fortune, some extra help here in the booth this afternoon. Colonel intern Darcy Ehrman is here. Ball 3 is low to the left-handed batter. Oh, brother, this is not what we expected. A sudden bout of control difficulty for Kevin Jepsen. Now a strike is called. Three and one. Let's see if the runner will be going. Neb Brown, he has 8 steals. He draws a throw, and he's back safely. Well, our Springhouse Family Restaurant baseball trivia question involves 2 teams and 1 player. And we'll have it for you in a moment. The 3-1 delivery. The runner goes. A pitch high. And now we'll likely see a visit to the hill by Eric Bennett, the Colonel pitching coach. Kevin Jepsen has walked the first 2 men here in the 6th inning. Well, Darcy, have you had a chance to brief Allison on the pronunciation and everything? Why don't you fill her in? And here, as predicted, here comes Eric Bennett, the Colonel pitching coach. Our Springhouse Family Restaurant baseball trivia question This current Cub holds the Montreal Expo single-season record for doubles. This current Cub holds the Montreal Expo single-season record for doubles. 896-7615. 896-7615, the number to call. This current Cub, there's the phone ringing. Erick Bennett is visiting the hill after a pair of walks have been issued by Kevin Jepsen. 3-2 Kernels, top of the 6th inning. South Bend runners at first and second with nobody out. And we have a winner already in our Springhouse Family Restaurant Baseball Trivia question. We'll be congratulating that winner momentarily. Swing and a foul straight back by Jeff Stanek. First and second. Nobody out for the Silverhawks. Erick Bennett had a long talk with his battery and the Colonel infield following the 2 walks by Kevin Jepsen. Now a pair of Kernels throwing in the bullpen. The 0-1, high, ball 2. And those Colonel right-handers, or one of them's a Colonel right-hander. Another, a Colonel lefty, Hayden Glemo. The right-hander's Ozzie Lugo. Sean Llewellyn, or Jeff Stanek, rather, at the plate. Llewellyn on deck. A swing and a foul into the net puts the left-handed batter Stanek in the hole, 1-2. Our Springhouse Family Restaurant Baseball Trivia question asks you to identify the current Cub who holds the Montreal single-season record for doubles. Sean White of Vinton, Iowa did it. Sean White of Vinton, Iowa correctly identified Mark Gruzelanic as holding the all-time single-season record for doubles for the Expos. A high pop-up into shallow left. A troublesome play. Caleb Mayer comes on and grabs it. That ball hung up a little bit, and Jeff Stanek hit it off the end of the bat and loops it into shallow left, where Mayer came on and made the catch. 1 out, and Sean Llewellyn at the plate. Mark Gruzelanic in 1997 slugged 54 doubles for Montreal. He's their all-time single-season leader in doubles, ahead of such Expo greats as Jose Vidro, Warren Cromartie, Vladimir Guerrero, Mike Lansing, Brad Fulmer. A broken bat single into left will tie the game. Caleb Mayer's throw will be cut off, and it's first and second, a tie game, 3-3. Neb Brown, who opened the inning with a 4-pitch walk, scoots home. John Mark Sproul, the go-ahead run, stopped at second. Sean Llewellyn is 2 for 3. He broke his bat and dumped a single in front of the left fielder, Caleb Mayer, and we may have a pitching change at any moment. First and second, top of the 6th inning. 3-3 the score, 1 out, and a very dangerous hitter, Nielsen Talon, at the plate. That's right, Sean White has won a $5 gift certificate to the Springhouse, as well as a wooden token for a free cup of coffee at the Springhouse. He identified current Cub, former Expo Mark Gruzelanic, as holding the single-season record for doubles for Montreal, 54. And I don't know if it would have been a tougher question to ask Sean how to spell Mark Gruzelanic's last name. That's not easy. But Sean White, congratulations. A strike at the knees to Nielsen Talon. Thanks to all that called during our Springhouse Family Restaurant Baseball Trivia question. Yep, Mark Gruzelanic holds the all-time single-season record for doubles for the Expos. A slider, did Talon offer? No. Ball 2. Ozzie Lugo and Hayden Glemo warming up in the Colonel bullpen. After the Colonels took a 1-run lead with a tally in the 5th inning, 2 walks and a single have tied the game for South Bend here in their 6th. In the top of the 6th, a swing and a miss by Nielsen Talon, strike 2. Sproul at second, the go-ahead run. Llewellyn at first for the dangerous right-handed batter. Ball 2, low and away. A good stop by Abruzzo. Ball 3, rather. It's a full count. And perhaps today's outcome hinges on this next pitch. Perhaps the outcome of today's game will hinge on this next pitch. Lugo has stopped throwing in the Colonel bullpen. Hayden Glemo is still warming up. 3-3 the score. A fella at the plate who played an entire season in the year 2000 with Burlington is at the plate. A bouncer to short. Aybar's only play. Oh, a high throw, wild throw, and a run scores for South Bend. It's 4-3. Erick flung it over the head of Hancock, and that's one of the rare errors you'll see Erick Aybar make. Both men that walked in this inning have scored. The Silverhawks lead it, and they have runners at first and third with only one out, and that should be it for Kevin Jepsen. That is it for Kevin Jepsen. We're going to have a pitching change here in the 6th inning. A U.S. Cellular call to the Colonel bullpen brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Stop by a U.S. Cellular store or call U.S. Cellular at 1-888-BUY-USCC. That's 1-888-BUY-USCC. U.S. Cellular, we connect with you. Answering a U.S. Cellular call to the Colonel bullpen is southpaw Hayden Glemo. Hayden Glemo coming on to work here in the top of the 6th inning. The Colonels have had leads of 2-0 and 3-2 today, but have not been able to hold them. And Kevin Jepsen works 5 1/3 innings. In 5 1/3, so far he's allowed 4 runs on just 4 hits.
You're up, kid. Go get him.
Jepsen struck out 7.
Eastern Iowa's only complete wireless provider.
Check that. He struck out 6. He struck out 6. And he walked 2. The 2 men that he walked to open this 6th inning have scored. Kevin also has hit a batter. So we have a U.S. Cellular call to the Colonel bullpen. Hayden Glemo, a left-hander, is on. Glemo is 1-1 this year, pitching for the 16th time, a 4.57 ERA. Hayden has pitched 21 2/3, struck out 19 in 21 2/3, given up 18 hits in 21 2/3, walked 13 men in 21 2/3 innings. Hayden Glemo, a lefty, on in relief here in the 6th inning, with the Colonels now trailing South Bend 4-3. Boy, we've out-hit the Silverhawks and got 4 dominant innings from Kevin Jepsen before he spun out of control a bit in the 5th and 6th innings. But 4 great innings from the Colonel 18-year-old right-hander. Hayden Glemo pitched an inning and a third Thursday in Dayton, gave up 3 runs on 1 hit, struck out none, walked 2. Mark Schrammick on an 0-2 pitch in Dayton in a 2-1 game slugged a 3-run homer off Hayden, and Hayden will have to put that out of his mind, and I'm sure he has. Well, Nielsen Talon has reached on a throwing error by Erick Aybar. He's at first base. A safety squeeze. The batter missed the curve, and the runner stayed at third, Sean Llewellyn. The second time this afternoon that the Silverhawks and Vaughn Hayes have tried a safety squeeze. Hard to believe the Silverhawks lead this game 4-3, not because they're not a good team. Any team in the Midwest League is a good team. The hard part to believe is that the Kernels have out-hit them 7-4. The Kernels have stranded 6 runners. Now the Kernels need a strikeout, double play, or pop-up to keep South Bend from pulling further ahead. Here's a bunt in the air, foul to Vaughn Hayes, who throws it right back to Hayden Glemo. Vaughn Hayes, a terrific big league player with the Indians, the Phillies, and the California Angels. 6 feet 6 inches tall. He looks like he could play right now. Runners at the corners for the Silverhawks and only one out. The 0-2 almost hit the batter inside. The crowd is quieted down. TV9 anchor Bruce Owney talking with Colonel Intern Darcy Ehrman down below. Glad Darcy's had a chance to introduce herself to Bruce. Sun shining brightly. A curve and a swing and a miss. A tip foul, and it was held by Abruzzo. Huge strikeout for Hayden Glimo. Huge strikeout for Glimo. 2 gone in the 6th inning. The batter, Jerry Gill. Gill drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the Silverhawk 2-run 5th inning. The Silverhawks have scored a pair here in the 6th inning and lead it 4-3. Oh, boy, what a big strikeout. Now if Hayden can get Jerry Gill, we're still only a run behind with plenty of time to go. The first pitch to the right-handed batter is outside, a fastball. Hayden does not throw hard, but he is a control artist. He works the ball up, down, in, out. Fast, slow. You never know what's coming from Hayden Glimo. And that's the art of pitching. Gill waits. A curve and a swing and a miss, strike 1. Jerry looked like he was on a fishing expedition and his pole wasn't long enough to cast the line in the water. Lou Elwitz at third, Nielsen Talon at first. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, another curveball. Glimo in relief of the starter, Kevin Jepsen, who pitched 4 of the most dominant innings we've seen all year, and then had the wheels fall off in the 5th and 6th. Crowd quiet, but they'll come alive if we can get Jerry Gill. The 1-2 instead of throw to first, and the runner back hand first. Kevin Jepsen has to be pleased with his outing. The 1-2 from the Colonel lefty. Another foul. Boy, Gill just got a piece of it, and he rolls it ever so softly towards the Colonel dugout. South Bend in their gray road uniforms with black socks, black numbers trimmed in gold. The Colonels in their white home trousers with red socks, bright red uniform tops with red hats. Gill takes a change in the dirt, blocked by Abruzzo, holding at third, the big guy, Lou Elwitz. 4-3 Silverhawks, 2 on, 2 out, top of the 6th inning. Jerry Gill, a right-handed batter, stands straight away. Hayden set, looking in for his sign. Now comes set at the letters, the 2-2. A curve low, ball 3. The Colonels have held leads of 2-0 and 3-2 here today. As South Bend's on top in the 6th, 4-3. Waving the wand over the dish is Jerry Gill. The runner from first goes. Swing and a miss, a curveball, strike 3. Hayden Glimo comes on in relief of the starter, Kevin Jepsen, and slams the door on the Silverhawks in the 6th inning after South Bend scored a pair to take the lead. For South Bend in the 6th inning, 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 walks, 1 Colonel error. South Bend leaves a pair. They've stranded 4. After 5 1/2, South Bend now ahead 4-3.
Bill Curry sitting in Mike Greenberg's chair. How different is the attitude of today's athletes where players and their mommies and daddies can band together and get a coach to resign?
I was privileged to play for Bobby Dodd at Georgia Tech. I was privileged to play for Vince Lombardi and Don Shula. There were a lot of days that when we were 18 or 22 or 24 years old, we wanted those guys fired. Do you think we could go to management and say, we want you to get rid of Lombardi because we don't like the fact that he blew his whistle too hard yesterday? And I know what Michael Jordan meant when he said, I hope Matt comes out of this okay. It won't affect his opportunity to get another job. It will devastate his opportunity to get other jobs. He will not be getting another Notre Dame, North Carolina type opportunity unless he goes through a process of going into a smaller program and then winning, and hoping somebody will forget this incident, because what it looks like is that he can't handle his players. And when teenagers feel like they're in control, you're in trouble.
It's Mike and Mike in the morning on ESPN Radio.
It's a fast-paced world. Things change at the speed of sound, yet some things never change, like your desire to deal with a solid, dependable car dealer. Zimmerman Ford has been around for 31 years. They still deal with a handshake and a promise to be there after the sale with quality service. Zimmerman Ford Town is Eastern Iowa's largest volume Ford dealer, and you don't get that way without being rock solid. Check them out on the web at FordTownUSA.com or in person on First Avenue in Cedar Rapids. Ford, BMW, Hyundai, and Mitsubishi at Zimmerman Ford Town.
Well, we're going to have a slight delay, but for a good reason, between the top of the sixth and bottom of the sixth. Skydog USA and his master, Rockin' Ray, putting on a rousing show before this big crowd on Sunday. Enrique Gonzalez will get his full complement of warm-up pitches between innings. As he takes those, he and the Silverhawks lead 4-3. We want to tell you about a fabulous new promotion put on by Culver's Frozen Custard and Butter Burgers here at the new stadium. Our Culver's Small Fry. The Culver's Small Fry, a little girl or a little boy gets to go out onto the field between innings of every Colonel home game and get the autograph of their favorite Colonel player on a Culver's cap. This is true. Right between innings, the Culver's Small Fry indeed takes the field with Mr. Shucks and gets the autograph of their favorite Colonel on a Culver's hat. And Mr. Shucks also provides the Culver's Small Fry with a certificate good for a free kids meal at either Culver's Frozen Custard or Butterburger location. How do you become the Culver's Small Fry? Well, it's as simple as registering your daughter or son for the chance to be drawn as such by going to Culver's. The two Culver's locations, one's here on the southwest side on Edgewood Road Southwest. That's in front of the Windsong 12 Theater Complex. The other Culver's Frozen Custard and Butterburger location is in Hiawatha, I-380 Boyson Road, exit 25, right across from Allen's beautiful campus. Alex Devorsky takes a strike starting the sixth inning. So we would like you to register your daughter or son at either of those Culver's Frozen Custard or Butterburger locations for their chance to be drawn as a Culver's Small Fry, and they'll get to take the field between innings of a Colonel game and get the autograph of their favorite Colonel player and a gift certificate good for a free kids meal at Culver's as the Culver's Small Fry. An 0-2 pitch just missed from Gonzalez. He wanted the call, didn't get it from Aaron Banks, and it's 1-2 to Alex Devorsky. Bottom of the sixth, and the Colonels trail 4-3. A curve, and it missed outside. It's 2-2 to Alex. Devorsky this afternoon is 0 for 2. He's flown out to center and fouled out to first. He'd like to get the Colonels' sixth inning started on a positive note, and he takes high for ball 3, does Alex Devorsky. Alex came in batting .217, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. Here's the payoff pitch. A high pop foul, and there may be a play for John Mark Sproul. He just runs out of room. It almost hit one of our Taco Bell baseball buddies, but he's all right. That kid's jersey is full of Colonel signatures on the backside. Boy, that foul pop was just 2 rows into the club seat or the premier seats behind home plate, and that Taco Bell baseball buddy is joking about covering his head. Another payoff pitch to the Colonel DH, Devorsky. Foul down the right field line, out of play. Alex has had a good at bat. We had our full complement of Taco Bell baseball buddies here this afternoon, and what a great time they had. A high pop foul drifting off to the right, and Devorsky stays full, battling the 6-foot right-hander Enrique Gonzalez. Alex has fouled off 3 full-count pitches. Now he grounds one to the left side. Over to get it is Neb Brown, and he throws Devorsky out. Alex Devorsky had a terrific at-bat, but he winds up bowing to Enrique Gonzalez by bouncing out to third. Justin Hancock singled with 2 out in the Kernel 4th inning, but was left stranded. The Kernels have out-hit Silverhawks 7-4. Each club has made 2 errors. And South Bend owns a 1-run lead, 4-3. Justin Hancock hitting at 148, no homers, 2 RBIs. He hits a high drive into left center. Back goes the center fielder in deep left center. Jared Ball makes the grab. Justin Hancock took an easy swing and lifted one into left center for the second out of the Kernel's 6th inning. 2 away. Rancel Melgarejo, our dugout interview guest, is 2 for 2 this afternoon. He bunted his way on his last time up. Rancel, using a brown-colored maple bat, stands in from the right side with his trousers all the way down to the top of his shoes. A curve, and it's low, ball 1 from Gonzalez. Sun shining brightly. Game in the bottom of the 6th. It's a doozy, 4-3 in favor of South Bend. A beautiful Uncle Charlie, and it froze Rancel. It's a strike called. Melgarejo wearing a protective sleeve over his left arm. Came in hitting .202, and he's 2 for 2 today, as we noted. The 1-1. A curve, and that one is hit off the end of the bat foul off to the right, and Rancel's down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Some people react differently when they see themselves on the Rockwell Collins game link. Some kind of shudder like they don't want to be on the camera. 90% jump up and down, wave, and smile. But some folks just kind of look into their beverage or look down as though they don't know they're on. Candid camera, the Rockwell Collins game link scoreboard. Ball 2 low to Rancel. And a foul over the grandstand. Well, almost over the grandstand roof. It drops down below. And it winds up in the lap of an elderly lady. I'm sure she doesn't appreciate that description of a spry woman who gives it to one of her granddaughters. A curve and a base hit into left field. Melgarejo is 3 for 3. He laid back on that slow breaking ball and ripped it into left field for his 3rd straight hit. Rancel Melgarejo, our dugout interview guest, told us how hard he was working on his hitting, and all that hard work has paid off. Rancel is the tying run at first with 2 out, and B.J. Weed will bat left-handed for the first time today. B.J. was 1 for 3 against the starter, lefty Heath Heiberger. Ball 1 just missed outside as Weed faked a bunt and took it outside for ball 1. 4-3 Silverhawks. Bottom of the 6th inning, 1 on, 2 out. Rancel may be running. He's not going. Swing and a miss by B.J. Strike 1. Boy, I'll tell you, when Rockin' Ray and Skydog USA are doing their thing on the field, this crowd is lively and noisy. The Kernels hope to bring them back to that state of fervor with something big here in the 6th inning. 2 out, a throw to first, and Rancel dives back in safely. The 1-1 to B.J. There goes Rancel. A pitch low, a ball. The throw to second. Not in time. Rancel steals second on a head-first slide just ahead of the peg of catcher John Mark Sproul. Rancel Melgarejo is in scoring position. with his second steal of the season. Remember, he stole. Now I say remember, I'll have to look it up. He stole 19 bases last year. The 2-1 to Weed. Swing and a miss, strike 2 on BJ. Enrique Gonzalez. In his second inning of work, in relief of the starter, Heath Heiberger, Gonzalez is 20 years old. With 2 out and the tying run at second, the 2-2 to the Colonel leadoff batter. Slapped foul over the lawn section where all the dog owners and their pets are enjoying the game. Boy, wouldn't it be great just for one day to be a dog and know that you're loved by your owner no matter what, and that you love your owner no matter what. That's a lesson we humans could really take to heart, is how a dog is so unconditionally bonded with their owner. And believe me, as a pet owner, we all get 10 times the joy out of taking care of pets as they do lounging around and living the life of leisure at home. After all, that's the definition of a pet, to spoil them. The 2-2 to BJ. And it's dribbled foul up the first base side. You know, you can tell a lot about a dog by just looking him in the eye or her in the eye. They'll tell you whether they're happy or whether they need some loving. And I don't care what people say, dogs smile just like human beings do. You've seen a dog smile, haven't you? Of course they do. BJ battling Gonzalez, trying to tie this game with Melgarejo at second. Melgarejo's running, and a pitch is slapped foul over the third base South Bend dugout. Ransell was taking off on a 2-2 pitch. A right-hander has gotten up in the South Bend bullpen right in front of the crowd with their dogs. And that right-hander is Sergio Lizarraga. Sergio Lizarraga is throwing in the South Bend bullpen. 4-3 Silverhawks, bottom of the sixth inning. Weed is battling to try to get Ransell home, and he swings and misses. A pitch in on his ankles, and it tied BJ up in knots and ends the Colonel's sixth inning. No runs for the Colonels in the sixth. The third hit of the day for Melgarejo, a stolen base. 1 hit. There were no South Bend errors. The Colonels leave another, and we've left 7 men on in 6 innings. And after 6, South Bend on top, 4-3.
Chippewa Falls is a small town with a small town battery, and has been the home of mining criminals since 1867. Our great-great-grandfather Jacob.
To our in-studio engineer, Deb Williams, after 6 innings, South Bend leads the Colonels 4-3.
This is an emergency. This isn't. Say it's an evening or a weekend, and you have a, or perhaps even a, you don't need, but you'd rather not, for your doctor's office to open. That's when it's time to visit a Mercy Care Urgent Care Clinic. Just walk in, limp in, or even crawl in. And a Mercy Care physician will help you feel better, faster. There's a Mercy Care Urgent Care Clinic near you. Mercy Care North on Collins Road Northeast, and the new Mercy Care South on Edgewood Road Southwest. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m., and weekends 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So, next time you have, visit a Mercy Care Urgent Care Clinic in your neighborhood.
Papa John's pizza, it's so good. Better is best, that's understood. Better call Papa John's tonight. Better call Papa, he's got it right. better ingredients, better pizza.
Papa John's.
Attention baseball fans, call your local Papa John's for our home run special. Get a large pizza with up to 3 toppings of your choice for only $9.99.
Papa John's.
Better call Papa.
Here we go to the top of the 7th inning. Deb Williams, our in-studio engineer. We're going to check in with you now, Deb, and have one of our helpers call to get some scores on the State Farm Major League scoreboard. You're tuned to The Zone, ESPN Radio 1600, KCRG, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 4-3 Silverhawks. We've out-hit them 8-4, but trailed them. The leadoff batter to face Hayden Glemo is left-handed batter Adam Haley. He's ahead 2-0. A strike from Hayden Glemo. Yes, Deb Williams, we're going to be calling you now to start getting some scores from you on the State Farm Major League scoreboard. You'll hear from us at any moment. A looper foul off to the left side, and it's strike 2 to the left-handed batter, Adam Haley. Top of the 7th inning, 4-3 Silverhawks. Rancel Melgarejo shaded way around into left center, playing Haley to hit the other way. A curve, and it's high from Hayden, ball 3. Hayden Glemo from Auburn University, delightful young guy. We've joked about him being the grandfather on the team. He's 24 years old. A curve, and it's hit in the air to shallow right. Callaspo back, and Alberto makes the grab. Hayden Glemo on a 3-2 pitch got Adam Haley to pop out to second base, where Callaspo ranged into shallow right to grab it. Jared Ball at the plate. He delivered a RBI single in the 5th inning. There's been a lot of action at the plate this afternoon. The Silverhawks have scored 2 of their 4 runs on close plays at the plate. They've also lost a man at the plate. A curve, and it's a strike to Ball, who's batting right-handed for the first time. The line is final on Kevin Jepsen. In his 9th start of the year, he went 5 1/3, gave up 4 runs on 4 hits, struck out 6, walked 2, hit a batter. And now, more action in the Colonel bullpen. Austin Bilkey and Jeff Marquez go to the Colonel bullpen. The 1-1 to the switch hitter. Swing and a miss as Glemo ran a fastball underneath the hands of Jerry Ball, who kicks at the dirt in anger. Austin Bilkey is warming up in the Colonel bullpen. Jeff Marquez has not started to throw. One slipped out of Hayden's hand and went way outside, ball 2. Well, one of the things the Colonels have battled all season long is scoring runs. Not getting men on base, not getting base hits, but scoring runs. Getting that big hit when we need it. We got a big hit in the 1st inning, a 2-out single by Mayer. Here's a bouncer to third. What a play by Matt Brown. He throws low. Out! Oh, he looks safe from here, but they called him out, and the Silverhawks can't believe it. Boy, Jared Ball really got down the line. The throw was in the dirt by Matt Brown, and a good pick by Hancock. I thought the runner was safe by a goodly margin, but the base umpire, Will Robinson, called him out. A number of folks thought he was safe, but it was a bang-bang play, and he was called out. The consensus up here is that the batter beat the throw, but they called him out. A curve is low, ball 1 to Neb Brown, who started the 2-run 6th inning by drawing a walk. A curve is a chopper to second. Easy play for Callaspo. Flips to first to retire the side. Neb Brown bounces out to second. A 1-2-3 inning for Colonel lefty Hayden Glemo. And this big crowd on Bark in the Park Sunday will now rise for the 7th inning stretch. After 6 1/2, South Bend on top by a run, 4-3. Oh, Darcy, is there any pictures left? That's okay. That's all right, Allison.
Okay, she was going really fast, and so the final ones I have, I'm like,
okay.
Speak louder and go.
I always have to ask.
And she was like, and then so it's not. I guess she doesn't get it because it's like not in order.
Okay, that could be her. Hold on.
What's that?
Okay, we understand. We're still on the radio. Another out cue to Deb Williams, our in-studio engineer. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Kernels trail South Bend 4-3.
What can I help you with here at Big Time Motors?
Well, I'm looking for a used car. I like this one. What's the price?
Listen, lady, I don't sell prices. I sell cars. But I guess if you must know, it's this.
Wow, that's $2,000 more than the one low price on the exact same car at Randy Keel Honda. And I didn't even have to ask them. Randy Keel has the prices posted for every car on their lot.
Well, we've got the best service department to stand behind our vehicles.
Really? Randy Keel showed me they're number 1 in service and sales customer satisfaction. How do you know yours is the best?
My manager told me.
Thanks, but I think I'm going back to Randy Keel Honda to get the best price and the best service.
But I can throw in a free air freshener to put over the rearview mirror.
Nice try.
Randy Keel Honda understands what you need when you're looking for a new or used car. They post their prices clearly, so you don't have to guess, and they'll never pressure you. That's why they're number 1 in service and sales customer satisfaction. And they just won the President's Award from American Honda. Come find out for yourself. Randy Keel Honda is on Center Point Road in Cedar Rapids, or you can visit them at randykeel.com.
When it comes to fun in the new Veterans Memorial Stadium, nothing compares to the Westdale Mall Mix 96.5 FM Home Run Hot Tub. As you bask in the soothing comfort of the Westdale Mall Mix 96.5 FM Home Run Hot Tub, you'll be taking in the action from a breathtaking perch just above the left field wall. Register for your chance to be drawn as the winner of the Westdale Mall Mix 96.5 FM Home Run Hot Tub by visiting Westdale Mall.
We apologize for staying on the air between innings. We didn't mean to foul things up, but we're back on track now. And we're ready to go in the bottom of the 7th inning. A new hurler on for South Bend. It's a right-hander, Lizarraga. And Sergio misses low, ball 1 to Alberto Callaspo. Bottom of the 7th. Kernels trail by a run. Callaspo is 0 for 3. He scored a run. A high pop foul off to the left is strike 1 to Alberto. Sergio Lizarraga takes over for Enrique Gonzalez. Enrique pitched 2 innings, gave the Kernels 1 run. It was unearned on 2 hits. Gonzalez struck out 1 and walked none. A chopper to first. There won't be an easier play all year for Sean Llewellyn. He has it and steps on the base for the first out. A 1-hopper off the bat of Callaspo, fielded at first by Llewellyn. 1 out in the 7th inning with Sergio Lizarraga pitching. Enrique Gonzalez went 2 innings, allowed 1 run, unearned on 2 hits. He struck out 1, and he walked 1. Ball 1 is low to Erick Aybar. Thanks to State Farm Insurance agents Gary Schubat, Al Shetler, Lanny Peterson, and Dale Thompson, we do have 4 finals on the State Farm Major League scoreboard. The 1-0 to Erick. Mashed foul into the Colonel bullpen, strike 1. A final from the Bronx. The Rangers trounced New York 5-1. A final in Cleveland on the State Farm Major League scoreboard. Oakland whipped Cleveland 8-5 at Jacobs Field. A wild one in Baltimore. The Devil Rays edged Baltimore 9-8 at Camden Yards. A final from the Metrodome. The Twins swept the White Sox. The Twins 3, the White Sox 2 this afternoon. It's final at Busch Stadium. The Cardinals 6, the Cubs 3. They're in the 10th inning at Miller Park. Cincinnati 6, Milwaukee 3. We'll have much more later on the State Farm Major League scoreboard. Lizarraga misses down and in, and it's ball 3 to Erick Aybar. Aybar has scored 2 of the Colonel 3 runs. South Bend leads it 4-3 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ball 4 low to Erick Aybar. Aybar reaches for the 3rd time at 4 at-bats. He's the tying run at first with only 1 out. This hurler, Sergio Lizarraga, has started 2 games. This is his 11th appearance out of the South Bend bullpen. He's 1-1 with a 3.32 ERA. Lizarraga, Lizarraga. The third hurler of the afternoon for South Bend. The Silverhawks hold a 4-3 lead with Abruzzo at the plate. A line drive up the middle. That's a base hit into center. Aybar round second. He'll go to third, and he is safe. First and third, 1 out. Kernels batting, trailing by a run in the bottom of the 7th inning. The second hit of the day for Abruzzo, and now Caleb Mayer could tie the game or put the Kernels ahead. A walk and a base hit have given the Kernels a chance to tie the game here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Caleb Mayer has driven in all 3 Kernel runs. Ball 1 is outside to Caleb. A curveball from Lizarraga. Todd Klaus flashing a battery of signs from his third base coaching box. Aybar at third, Abruzzo at first. Erick dances down the line. The pitch. A high fly ball to center will tie the game. Aybar will tag. Ball makes the catch. Erick comes home. We're tied at 4. Matt Brown at the plate with a runner at first and 2 out. How about Caleb Mayer, just 20 years old, but he delivers the sacrifice fly to tie the game at 4 here in the 7th inning. Matt Brown is only 20 years old. He's 0 for 3, reached on an error in the first inning. Right-handed batter Matt Brown takes high, ball 1. We'll be getting in attendance shortly. Not sure what that attendance is going to be. A high pop foul over the backstop and out of play. Strike 1 to Matt Brown. Sergio Lizarraga is the new pitcher, and he's been stung for a run here in the Kernel 7th inning. 4-4 the score. A breaking pitch outside to Matt, ball 2. Hayden Glemo has pitched an inning and 2/3 of shutout baseball out of the Kernel bullpen. I don't know if he'll take the mound in the 8th inning or if it'll be Austin Bilkey. The Kernels have out-hit the opposition 9-4. We're tied 4-4 in the 7th. Brown taps one foul off his foot, and that hurts. Matt will try to walk it off. He bashed one off his back foot. Hayden Glemo, an inning and 2/3. No runs, no hits, 2 strikeouts, no walks. I'm not sure if Skydog USA and Rockin' Ray are done for the day or whether they'll do some sort of encore performance. The deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and the 2-2. Here it is. Looped foul, a curveball, and Matt Brown fought it off. We have much more now to report on the State Farm Major League scoreboard, and we'll get to those. We'll get to those in a little bit. Another 2-2 to Brown. A curve, and it's ripped into center field. That's the 10th Kernel hit of the day. The center fielder Ball knocks it down, and holding it second is Jarrett Abruzzo. Matt Brown waited on a curveball and laced it into center field. Abruzzo had to stop at second. And now what a great time for Alex Devorsky to break out of a little skid. Alex has struggled recently. 0 for 3 today. Alex was 0 for 5 last night and 0 for 3 in the series finale in Dayton. So he's due. Base hit into right center. Base hit into right center. Rounding third, Abruzzo. He'll score. Throw to third. Not in time. Down to second, Devorsky. Alex came through. Alex came through. And it's 5-4 Kernels. The 11th Kernel hit of the game is a line drive single into right field with 2 outs by Devorsky. Abruzzo scored the second run of the 7th inning. Brown went to third. The throw there hit him in the back, and Devorsky hustled into second. Now a base hit by Hancock would make the Kernels even happier. Oh, Alex Devorsky came through with a clutch 2-out single to give the Kernels the lead. Swing and a miss by Hancock on a slider, strike 1. And then Alex took second on the throw to third. Hancock is 1 for 3. He singled into center in the 4th inning with 2 out. 2 on, 2 out, 5-4 Kernels. Ball 2 low and away from Sergio Lizarraga. Sergio's from Mexico. And he's 21 years old. Started 13 games for Yakima last year. This is his 3rd year of pro ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And as Hancock steps out, we have an attendance. 1,964. Nearly 2,000 on hand here today for Bark in the Park. The Kernel Bats have been barking loud and clear with 11 hits, but they only lead it by a run. The 1-1 to Hancock. Fouled into the rafters of the grandstand roof. Something big happened, as you can hear from the crowd. Don't know what happened, but something big. Probably a ricochet catch. Bottom of the 7th. 5-4 Kernels. Runners at second and third. Justin in the hole, 1 and 2. The 6'4" right-hander delivers, and a swing and a miss on a breaking pitch. Justin Hancock down on strikes, but the Kernels strike for 2 runs in the 7th inning. The Kernels scored 2 runs on 3 base hits. A walk started it all. There were no South Bend errors. The Kernels lead 2 men on. We've stranded 9. And after 7 in a seesaw affair, the Kernels lead South Bend 5-4.
ASA Racing thunders into Hawkeye Down Speedway Saturday, May 24th for the Iowa 300. See the world's best short track stock car racers. Gary Santamon, Kevin Sawinski, Butch Miller, Mike Garvey, all the stars of Speed Channel's hottest racing. Go head-to-head for 300 laps. Action starts Saturday morning, May 24th with ASA practice, pole qualifying at 3. The on-track fan autograph session at 6 features live musical entertainment with the Black Diamond Band, followed by the ASA Racing Iowa 300 at 8 p.m. Make your plans, come early, bring the entire family. Tickets in advance just $20. Race day $25. Kids 12 and under free. You can get your tickets now at Hawkeye Down Speedway or call 1-888-ASA-1020 or order online at asaracing.com. Saturday, May 24th, ASA Racing Iowa 300 at Hawkeye Down Speedway. ASA Racing, where we build champions.
ESPN is your nightly home for everything baseball with Baseball Tonight.
Hilton, engine, stage right.
Featuring the day's webcam highlights and monster shot roundup.
Matsui unloaded.
Check out who's hot and who's not as we take you around the league and touch them all. With unparalleled coverage by Peter Gammons and Carl Rabbit.
And double play, third.
An analysis from three-time Gold Glover Harold Reynolds and former manager Bobby Valentine.
I like what I see.
Play catch-up ball every night with Baseball Tonight. All season long on ESPN and ESPN2.
Well, we thought Hayden Glemo may be done, but he's not. He's back on the hill for the top of the 8th inning, 5-4 Kernels. We promised you a more complete look at the State Farm Major League scoreboard, and we have that for you now as the Silverhawks bat in the 8th inning against Hayden Glemo, the heart of their order. A curve, a strike on the outside corner to left-handed batting John Mark Sproul. The catcher walked and scored his last time up. He's 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Top of the 8th, Kernels lead it 5-4. They've out-hit South Bend 11-4. A curve, a beauty, strike 2 called from Hayden Glemo. State Farm Major League scoreboard brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Al Shetler, Dale Thompson, Lanny Peterson, and Gary Shubat. Everything is final in the American League, so we'll get to those in a moment. The batter calls time. At Comerica Park, the Mariners sunk the Tigers 6-2. In the Bronx, Texas stomped the Yankees 5-1. The Athletics knocked off Cleveland at Jacobs Field 8-5. A ground ball to the right side. Callaspo with a terrific play. Whirls and throws the batter out. Wow, what a play by Alberto Callaspo. John Mark Sproul on an 0-2 pitch appeared to have grounded a ball for a base hit into right. Callaspo went far, far to his left, as they show it on the Rockwell Collins game link. Picked it clean on the outfield grass. Did a beautiful spinning pirouette and threw the stunned batter out at first. That play by Callaspo was absolutely remarkable. Now a curve outside to left-handed hitting Jeff Stanek. At Camden Yards, Tampa Bay edged the Orioles today 9-8. At Fenway Park, the Red Sox beat our parent club, the 2002 World Champion Angels, 5-3. The Blue Jays shaded the Royals at a ground ball to the right side. Callaspo dives and gets a glove on it. It's a base hit. Oh, Jeff Stanek, the tying run at first now with the 5th hit of the day. Grounded one just beyond the reach of the diving Alberto as he almost brought this crowd to its feet again. At Kauffman Stadium, Toronto edged the Royals 4-3 today on the State Farm Major League scoreboard. State Farm Major League scoreboard at the Metrodome. Here's a pinch runner coming on for Jeff Stanek. Jeff Stanek is lifted, and the pinch runner is Richie Barrett. Richie Barrett will pinch run for Jeff Stanek. Barrett will take over as the cleanup batter, and the designated hitter, Richie Barrett, running for Jeff Stanek here in the 8th inning. At the Metrodome, the Twins edged the White Sox today 3-2. State Farm Major League scoreboard at Milwaukee, the Reds dumped the Brewers 6-3. At Busch Stadium, the Cardinals whipped the Cubs 6-3. They're in the 7th inning at Coors Field in Denver. Montreal leads the Rockies 2-0. The Mets ahead of the Giants in the 5th inning at Frisco 3-0. 1-1, the Marlins and Dodgers tied in the 4th inning at Chavez Ravine. Just underway, the Pirates and Diamondbacks, no score in the 1st inning. A curve is high, and it's 2-0 now to Sean Llewellyn. We have no report on the game. Yeah, well, just underway, no score. Atlanta and the Padres, they're in the bottom of the 1st inning. The game you'll hear tonight on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball, Houston hosts the Phillies. Houston hosts the Phillies tonight. Swing and a miss on a changeup by Llewellyn. Sean has been a thorn in the Kernel side today. He's 2 for 3. He's scored a run, and he's driven in a run. Runner at first, Richie Barrett, a pinch runner. Tying run at first. We're in the top of the 8th, and it's 5-4 Kernels. The 2-1 to Llewellyn. Swing and a miss, strike 2, a fastball. Boy, Hayden Glemo has been absolutely terrific out of the Kernel bullpen. Rich Thompson warming up in the Kernel bullpen, the right-hander pitched a scoreless inning last night, did Rich Thompson. The Kernels clinging to a 1-run lead, 5-4 in the top of the 8th. Tying run at first, and that runner may be going, Richie Barrett. Now time is called. Boy, Hayden Glemo has been absolutely terrific. The runner goes. A grounder to third. The only play for Brown is to heave it across the diamond. He does. Runner tries for third. Oh, they called him safe, and he was out. He was called safe, so we live with that. But it looked like he was out by a pretty good margin. And the runner's at third, the tying run with 2 out. Oh, Richie Barrett took a big chance, rounding second, and he went to third. No argument by the Kernels other than the body language showing, oh, we thought he was out. But Will Robinson made the correct call. He signaled safe, and there's a runner at third. Sean Llewellyn with the runner going, grounds out to third. And let's see if Todd Klaus allows Hayden Glemo to face Nielsen Talon. I don't think he will. Well, maybe he will after all. Ron Pline, the Roadrunner, looking up here, and he spots us and gives us a wave. A curve, a beauty from Glemo, strike 1. The Roadrunner with the thumbs up signal. Todd Klaus has decided that Hayden Glemo should be awarded the chance, and I agree with Todd. Glemo should be allowed to. There goes the runner, Barrett. Now he stops. A ground ball to third, knocked down by Brown, throws. Out! He was safe, and they called him out! Out at first, and the Kernels maintain the lead. Cannot believe the call by Will Robinson, and I can't believe he called him out. And Von Hayes all over the base umpire, Will Robinson. A head-first slide by Nielsen Talon. He looks safe from here. And an Eric Kern again. What did you think? They're down there where they can see better. No indication from Ann and Eric Kern whether they thought that runner was safe or out. I thought he was safe. And they called him out to end the inning. Nielsen Talon, a head-first slide into first on a ground ball to third that would have scored the tying run. Oh, the Kernels get a big break. No runs in the 8th inning for the Silverhawks. 1 hit, no Kernel errors, and a runner left at third base, the 5th man stranded today by South Bend. Wow, that runner, what a bang-bang play at first, and maybe Will Robinson was absolutely right. Perhaps the runner was out at first base, but he looked safe from up here. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Kernels desperately seeking some insurance. After 7.5, the Kernels lead South Bend 5-4. Well, let's wrap up that inning again. Again in the South Bend 8th inning, no runs, 1 hit, no Kernel errors. The Silverhawks leave 1. Kernels come to bat in the bottom of the 8th with a 1-run lead, 5-4. Well, we're going to keep the action right here. We're going to keep the action right here as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Kernels lead 5-4. And Rancel Melgarejo, who is 3 for 3 today, will lead it off against right-hander Matt Wilkinson. Matt Wilkinson is the 4th pitcher of the day for the Silverhawks. Rancel is 3 for 3. And he's stolen a base. He's been caught trying to steal a base. He's 4 for 4 as he almost took the hat off of the new pitcher, Wilkinson. Rancel Melgarejo is 4 for 4. Well, we've got to have him on the dugout interview perhaps more often. My goodness. Rancel greeted the new pitcher, Matt Wilkinson, and almost drilled one that would have taken his cap off. Needless to say, the Kernels desperately would like an insurance run here in this inning. We're in the bottom of the 8th. It's 5-4 Kernels. A throw to first, and Ransell back safely. The Kernels have now out-hit South Bend 12-5 and lead the Silverhawks 5-4. Ransell's running. A line drive foul. Pulled into the Kernel bullpen by B.J. Weed. Oh, the Kernels were playing hit and run, and B.J. just needed to straighten that one out a little bit. And again, that last play that ended the Silverhawk top of the 8th inning, a close play at first with Nielsen Talon sliding head first into the bag, was a bang-bang play. Will Robinson called Nielsen Talon out to the protestation of the third base coach and manager, Vaughn Hayes. The runner goes. The pitch gets through the catcher. Melgarejo goes to third. He's safe! A stolen base and a wild pitch. A stolen base and a wild pitch as Melgarejo goes to third. Ransell's at third with nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning, and the infield is now in for South Bend. Infield in for the Silverhawks. A ground ball to second, and an easy play for Adam Haley. He tosses to the first baseman for the out. Well, we're sorry, Deb Williams, thank you for your phone call. I'm very, very sorry you're not feeling 100%. And Deb, don't worry about a thing. Don't worry about a thing, Deb. We can work together down the final stretch here and get you home so you can start feeling better. Deb Williams, our in-studio engineer, not feeling well. And Deb, I'm sorry, but thank you for calling. I'm sorry to hear that. We'll work with you on the Colonel Curtin call, Deb, if we have to make up any spots. And believe me, our heart goes out to you. It's no fun to be at work and sick. And Deb, thank you for calling. I'm sorry, very sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. But we'll work together on this thing, Deb. Ball 3 is outside. They're walking Callaspo intentionally. Alberto is being walked intentionally. It'll be first and third. Infield in. There's ball 4 to Callaspo. Melgarejo, who's 4 for 4, is at third base with one out. Callaspo at first. The batter, Erick Aybar, hitting .335. He's 1 for 2 today. He's been hit by a pitch. He's walked, and he scored 3 of the Colonel 5 runs. A long look at Todd Klaus by Erick Aybar. John Mark Sproul out in front of the plate directing the infielders with signals. And the Kernels, who lead it by one slim run, will now send Aybar to the plate. What are the Silverhawks hoping for from Matt Wilkinson? They're hoping for a pop-out, strikeout, or double play. The Kernels want at least a fly ball from Erick Aybar. The pitch. Instead, a look to third and a look to first. Neither runner caught off guard. Sergio Lizarraga went 1 inning. He worked the 7th. He gave up 2 runs on 3 hits. Swing and a miss by Erick, strike 1. Lizarraga struck out 1, and he walked 1. Matt Wilkinson is the pitcher here in the 8th inning. 5-4 Kernels. Runners at first and third. Only 1 out. Wilkinson is 1-4 on the year. This is his 13th appearance. Swing and a miss on a curve, and Erick's in the hole, 0-2. Erick Aybar has scored 3 of the Colonel 5 runs. Rich Thompson has completed his warm-up tosses. He'll likely work the 9th inning for the Kernels. What will the score be? The 0-2 instead. The hurler again steps off the rubber and looks both runners back to third and first respectively. Melgarejo at third, Callaspo at first. Ransell is 4 for 4 today. Curve, strike 3 called, a delayed call, but strike 3 to Erick Aybar. What a curveball from Matt Wilkinson. Now the key man is Jared Abruzzo. Boy, it's tough to get Erick Aybar on strikes, but Matt Wilkinson got him on 3 curveballs. Melgarejo at third, Callaspo at first. Abruzzo hits one in the air to center. It'll end the inning. Jared Ball has it measured in left center. He waits and has it, so it'll be a 1-run Kernel lead going to the top of the 9th inning. In the 8th inning, the Kernels had runners at first and third, only 1 out, but could not add to their lead. No runs, 1 hit. The Kernel 12th of the game. There were no South Bend errors. A stolen base and wild pitch. The Kernels leave a pair. We've left 11 men on. Now can Rich Thompson nail it down for the starter, or for Hayden Glemo, rather. The Kernels come up empty in the bottom of the 8th inning. And after 8, the Kernels lead South Bend 5-4.
This is the time of year for all sorts of special occasions. Graduations, weddings, plus the usual birthdays and anniversaries. Your friends at Solid Waste and Recycling remind you, wrapping paper cannot be recycled. Once the presents are opened and the party's over, your options are put the gift wrap in the trash, or better yet, reuse the wrapping paper instead of throwing it away. Remember, don't put gift wrap in your blue recycling box. Either reuse the paper or discard it with the rest of your trash.
Here we go to the top of the 9th inning, 5-4 Kernels, and the Kernels will entrust the fate of this game to one of the best relief pitchers in the league, Rich Thompson. A U.S. Cellular call to the Kernel bullpen brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Stop by a U.S. Cellular store or call U.S. Cellular at 1-888-BUY-USCC. U.S. Cellular, we connect with you. The tying run aboard, lining a single into center off of Rich Thompson is Rudy Santiago. 1 pitch, and just like that, South Bend has the tying run at first with nobody out in the 9th inning. Rich Thompson taking over on the hill for Hayden Glemo. Hayden went 2 2/3. He was sensational. No runs, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, no walks. Hayden Glemo could win this game if, and it's a huge capital I and capital F, if Rich Thompson can get the Silverhawks. Let's see if South Bend's Jerry Gill is bunting. He may be bunting. That's what Matt Brown suspects. He's turning to bunt, and a throw to first. Back safely is Santiago. Santiago led the inning off by drilling the first pitch from Thompson into center. And it was the 6th hit of the day for the Silverhawks. 5-4 Kernels, top of the 9th inning. The batter squares to bunt. Gill, and it's a perfect bunt. Thompson's only play to... Oh, he threw it away. Everybody's safe. Everybody's safe. Fortunately, Callaspo was backing up the play. Rich lobbed it, got some air underneath it, and it's first and second, nobody out. First and second, nobody out for South Bend. It's an error on Rich Thompson, and credit Jerry Gill with a sacrifice as well. Gill's bunt was between the first base side and the mound. Rich Thompson got to it in great shape, but then lobbed it, and whoop, a little bit too much air got underneath it. It sailed over the head of Hancock, but that backing the play up was Callaspo, and had not Callaspo been backing the play up, the tying run Santiago would have gone to third. Instead, he's at second. Now what will Von Hayes do? The manager of the Silverhawks will likely have Adam Haley bunt. Well, Rich Thompson's in a bunch of trouble now. 5-4 Kernels, top of the ninth, and runners at first and second, nobody out for South Bend. The first pitch to Haley from the 18-year-old Colonel right-hander. Bunted to third. Matt Brown has it. Throws to first. Out. Second and third. Nobody, or one out. Second and third, one out. South Bend could now tie the game or take the lead. A perfectly executed bunt by Adam Haley. He bunted it to third. Matt Brown's only play was to first. Matt looked at third, but then threw to Hancock. It went 5-3. Two brilliant sacrifices by Silverhawk bunters here in the ninth inning. And now there are two men on with only one out. A base hit puts South Bend ahead, but Rich Thompson could still get out of this and help the Kernels win the game. Oh boy, we're coming down to the wire now, aren't we? Who knows how this will turn out? Thompson faces Jared Ball, who's 1 for 4, a switch hitter batting left. Rich's first pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one, a pitch in the dirt, a curveball. Rich Thompson trying to protect a Colonel 5-4 lead. Tying run at third, Rudy Santiago. Goal-head run at second, Jerry Gill, top of the ninth inning. Rich Thompson pitched a scoreless inning last night, striking out 2, walking 1 in the Colonel 12-3 victory. The 0-1. A check swing, the batter held up. According to the base umpire Will Robinson, it's 1-1. Rich Thompson, wearing a long-sleeve red shirt underneath his Colonel red knit top, rubs up the baseball. Game on the line here in the top of the ninth inning. The Silverhawks have runners at second and third with only one out. Jerry Ball, a good hitter, batting .285. Even on the count, 1-1. A curve, strike 2 called, and it's 1-2 to Jerry Ball. Oh, the crowd is on the edge of their seats here at the new Veterans Memorial Stadium. 1,964 on the edge of their seats, hoping that Rich Thompson can keep the Kernels ahead by a run here in the top of the ninth and help procure a Kernel win. Ball is a left-handed batter, a switch hitter batting left. The 1-2. A high pop foul off to the left where the dogs are, and it's still 1-2 to Jerry Ball. We are in the ninth inning, and the Kernels trying to protect a 5-4 lead. Runners at second and third for South Bend. Rich is come to the set position just below the letters. Ball 2, down and in. Abruzzo with a terrific stop on a Rich Thompson fastball. Rich has been absolutely phenomenal this year. He's on for the 17th time. He leads the club in appearances. He's 1-0 with 2 saves. His ERA is 0.40. In 22 1/3 innings, he's fanned 32, walked 7, and allowed only 8 hits and only 1 run. Here's the 2-2 to the leadoff batter. Swing and a miss on a curveball. Rich Thompson got Jared Ball to swing at a curve. Now, wait a minute. Oh, no, I missed what happened. The tying run scores. The ball was in the dirt. Abruzzo threw to first for the out, and then the runner scored to tie the game. And Rich Thompson can't believe the call by the plate umpire, Aaron Banks. We're tied in the ninth at 5. A pitch in the dirt. Abruzzo dropped it. He threw to first to complete the strikeout. The runner from third scored. Rich Thompson can't believe it. The stunned crowd can't believe it. The stunned crowd can't believe it. We're tied at 5. A curveball, a swing and a miss by Ball. The ball in the dirt. Abruzzo threw to first. The throw home not in time, and Rich Thompson can't believe it. Rich Thompson can't believe that Rudy Santiago scored on what will be ruled a wild pitch. And now the game's tied. The go-ahead run at third, and South Bend will try to take the lead. Neb Brown on a 1-0 pitch fouls it over our heads. Wow, I just can't believe what happened. A swing and a miss by the batter, strike 3. But then the ball in the dirt, Abruzzo had to throw to first. He did. Rich Thompson covering home, got the throw back, and the runner beat the play. A curve is ball 2 to the batter. The crowd still can't believe what happened here. South Bend has tied the game in the 9th inning, and they have the go-ahead run at third with 2 out. We can't believe what just happened. The 2-1 from Rich to Ned Brown. Sliced foul off to the left. Oh, the Kernels have out-hit the Silverhawks 12-6, but the game's tied 5-5. What a stunning development. This crowd still can't believe it. Now Rich has to bear down and try to keep it a tie game with the go-ahead run at third. The pitch. Ball 3 outside. Rich Thompson is furious at the plate umpire. Aaron Banks has had close play after close play after close play at home plate this afternoon, and each of them has been hotly disputed by both clubs. Oh my goodness. I was recording a strikeout. I look up, and the tying run is sliding across the plate. The 3-2. Ball 4. And Eric Bennett needs to come out to the mound. Rich Thompson is still fuming over that call at the plate. Rich Thompson, you can actually see smoke coming out of his ears. He is so mad. And I would be too. He had struck out Jared Ball. I didn't realize that the pitch was in the dirt and that Abruzzo didn't hold it. I looked down to record the strikeout, and there came Rudy Santiago racing in from third on a throw to first, and somehow he beat the throw. Now the Silverhawks have runners at first and third with 2 out in a tie game. Sproul hits one off his fists and fouls it into the screen. Strike 1 to John Mark. Oh, the Kernels were within 1 out of a win, and South Bend has stolen a run here in the 9th inning to tie the game at 5. We've out-hit him 12-6. Unbelievable. Absolutely amazing. Well, we needed that insurance run and didn't get it in the 8th inning. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Rich Thompson still can't believe the call by the plate umpire. His body language is speaking volumes. First and third for the Silverhawks. 2 out, top of the 9th inning. And an 0-2 count on the left-handed batter, John Mark Sproul. Now time is called by the plate umpire. We have had no less than 4 close plays at the plate here this afternoon, and they've all gone to the Silverhawks. Thompson looks the runner back to third, and then the runner at first slipped, but Neb Brown got back as Justin Hancock was not holding him. First and third. 2 out, top of the 9th, 5-5. Time, go-ahead run at third. Ball is low. The crowd can't believe that call by the plate umpire. Boy, Rich Thompson has really had a run-in with the plate umpire in this inning. Will Robinson. Aaron Banks, the umpiring crew. Aaron's behind home plate. These are the fellas that really hurt us in Battle Creek 2 weekends ago, and I won't go into what happened. But they did decide the outcome of a game. A curve is low, ball 2, and now Rich Thompson has to try to regain his composure. This has been a wacky 9th inning. Gill at third, Neb Brown at first. 2-2 to John Mark Sproul, who's 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Ball 3, low and away. It's first and third, and now the count is full to John Mark Sproul here in the 9th inning. What will Rich deliver? A curve, and it's bounced foul to the Colonel first base dugout. Remember, had the runner been out at the plate, it would have ended the game. It would have been a double play. But he was ruled safe, and the Silverhawks have tied it. They have runners at first and third with 2 out. Rich is set. Thompson's 3-2. A curve, a ground ball into right. It's a base hit, and South Bend takes the lead. I'll be darned. I cannot believe it. South Bend leads it in the 9th, 6-5. A ground ball, base hit past a diving Alberto Callaspo into right field, and the Silverhawks' Jerry Gill scores. Remember, he reached on an error. Neb Brown raced to third, and the Silverhawks lead it in the 9th, 6-5. Eric Bennett, the Colonel pitching coach, out to the mound. Wow, are we stunned? We are stunned beyond belief in this game. The Kernels have out-hit South Bend 12-7, but now trail the ball game in the 9th inning, 6-5. Eric Bennett trying desperately to help Rich Thompson regain his composure. So's Jared Abruzzo. Runners at first and third, 2 out, and the Silverhawks lead this game unbelievably 6-5. It all started when Rudy Santiago drove the first pitch of the inning into center for a single. And since then, it's been nothing but bad things for the Kernels and Rich Thompson. Richie Barrett will bat for the first time today, and in this series, Richie came on as a pinch runner in the 8th inning. Richie Barrett hitting 189 in 29 games, no homers, 4 RBIs. Richie's a right-handed batter. It's been a long and arduous 9th inning for the Kernels and Rich Thompson. Another safety squeeze attempt, and Barrett missed on a bunt attempt, strike 1. Richie Barrett, no homers, 4 RBIs, is batting for the first time in this game. After coming on as a pinch runner in the 8th inning. The 0-1, a curve and a swing and a miss, strike 2. Still hard to believe that South Bend has taken the lead here in the 9th inning, but they have. They certainly have. Barrett chops one to third. Matt Brown throws to second to end the inning for a force out of John Mark Sproul. The play went 5-4. Well, nothing the Kernels can do now but try to rally. We desperately need to try to rally in the bottom of the 9th inning to send it to extra innings or to win it. In the 9th inning, 2 runs for the Silverhawks on 2 hits, 1 huge Kernel error, 1 huge wild pitch, and the Silverhawks leave 2 men on. They've stranded 7. We go to the bottom of the 9th, and South Bend leads this game unbelievably 6-5.
Okay, so I'm dropping my daughter off at daycare, and as I'm walking out, I see myself in the double door. Uh-oh is right. My hair looks terrible. My ends are all scraggly, and my roots. Did you see my roots? I can't believe I've been walking around like this.
Have you tried cost cutters?
Oh, I'd love to get my hair done, but who has the time? With work and the kids, I barely have time to find matching socks, let alone time for my hair. Besides, I need the works.
Just go to Cost Cutters. They'll have you in and out and looking great in no time.
Yeah?
Yeah. At Cost Cutters, the stylist will keep you looking great with a new cut, some color, even highlights. Check out mine.
Oh, so Cost Cutters is your secret.
Yep. I even get my favorite products there. You know, shampoo, conditioner.
That's it. I'm going to Cost Cutters. Right now? My roots, thank you.
There are a dozen Cost Cutters here in our area, each offering a relaxed, convenient hair care experience with no appointments and no hassles. Cost Cutters makes things easy and affordable with professional stylists who care about you. Cost Cutters. Live your life. We always have time for your hair.
I cannot face anyone but me. Baby, can't you see I know what's right for me? Don't tell me wrong for mine. I know just what I like. Yeah, call me crazy, I don't care. Come feel the joy all around. Each generation has time. They got their own kind of sound. I'm just shout it out. It's that time, Betsy.
ASA Racing Thunders into Hawkeye.
With the Kernels down by only a run, 6-5, Caleb Mayer has driven in 3 of the Kernel 5 runs. A curve is just inside from Matt Wilkinson. Ball 1. Well, let's tie it or win it here in the 9th inning. It's been a wacky, crazy Sunday afternoon, a seesaw game to say the least. Swing and a miss on a curveball. That's Wilkinson's bread and butter pitch. 1-1 to Caleb Mayer. 6-5 South Bend, bottom of the 9th inning. Wilkinson, a right-hander. Delivers, and Caleb fouls one off to the right. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Caleb Mayer. The crowd of 1,964 still in this game. Matt Wilkinson is a 24-year-old. And his 1-2 to Caleb, a curve, and it's looped into shallow right. The second baseman, Adam Haley, back. And Adam Haley backpedaling a good 75 feet into shallow right, makes the play. 1 out as Caleb Mayer pops out to shallow right where the second baseman made the catch. Boy, oh boy, the Kernels have left 11 runners, but still have a chance here to tie it or pull it out of the fire in the bottom of the 9th, only down by a run, 6-5. Wilkinson delivers a strike in at the knees to Matt Brown. Brownie takes one inside, ball 1. The run that South Bend, the 2 runs that South Bend scored in the top of the 9th inning, 1 of them was earned. The 1-1 to Matt. A high fly ball down the line and right, chased by 3 men. The second baseman in fair ground, foul ground has it. The second baseman in foul ground has it, Adam Haley. 2 gone in the Kernel 9th inning. Alex Devorsky gave the Kernels the lead with a base hit in the 7th inning. Gave the Kernels a 5-4 lead. Now we're in the 9th, trailing 6-5, even though we've out-hit the Silverhawks 12-7. A curve is a strike to Alex. The Kernel record in 1-run games is 3-6. South Bend's record in 1-run games, 7-10. The 0-1 to Alex. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Boy, South Bend is taking the momentum away from the Kernels with a stunning top of the 9th inning. Alex Devorsky in an 0-2 hole. Wilkinson delivers a high pop foul over the backstop, out of play. Matt Wilkinson is trying to win his 2nd game of the year and trying to send Rich Thompson to his first loss. A curve in the dirt and Alex laid off. 6-5 South Bend, bottom of the 9th inning. The Kernels have hurt themselves this afternoon. We've made 3 errors. Now the 1-2 to Devorsky. A curve, that's outside, ball 2. Alex came through big time with 2 out in the bottom of the 7th. He lashed a single that played at a bruiso and gave the Kernels a 5-4 lead. Here in the 9th, the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The ball gets out of the catcher's hands, but he throws to first to end the game. And the Kernels have lost a stunner here this afternoon, 6-5. In the 9th inning, the Kernels go down in order. And what an unbelievable finish to a fun afternoon of baseball. The only thing that soured it was that top of the 9th inning. Unbelievable as South Bend wins it by the score of 6-5. 6-5 Silverhawks will return in just a few moments with the Colonel Curtain Call.
ASA Racing Thunders into Hawkeye Down Speedway, Saturday, May 24th for the Iowa 300. See the world's best short track stock car racers. Gary Santamon, Kevin Sawinski, Butch Miller, Mike Garvey, all the stars of Speed Channel's hottest racing. Go head-to-head for 300 laps. Action starts Saturday morning, May 24th with ASA practice, pole qualifying at 3. The on-track fan autograph session at 6 features live musical entertainment with the Black Diamond Band, followed by the ASA Racing Iowa 300 at 8 p.m. Make your plans, come early, bring the entire family. Tickets in advance just $20. Race day $25. Kids 12 and under free. You can get your tickets now at Hawkeye Down Speedway or call 1-888-ASA-1020 or order online at asaracing.com. Saturday, May 24th, ASA Racing Iowa 300 at Hawkeye Down Speedway. ASA Racing, where we build champions.
All right, we're going to have Deb Williams help us out here in a moment and play the Colonel Curtain Call theme. In fact, let's do that right now, Deb. It was a 6-5 win for the Silverhawks, and we'll be back in just a moment with the Colonel Curtain Call.
It's time for the Colonel's Curtain Call, right here on The Zone, ESPN Radio 1600 AM. With a recap of all the action, the State Farm Major League scoreboard, plus a look ahead to the next Colonels game, let's rejoin the voice of the Colonels, the one, the only John Rogers, here on The Zone, ESPN Radio 1600 AM.
Well, thanks so much. We are back at the new Veterans Memorial Stadium, and a very bitter pill for the Colonels to have to try to digest overnight. A Silverhawk 6-5 victory, a game in which the Colonels had leads of 2-0, 3-2, 5-4, but in the end, South Bend slipped by us 6-5. The Colonels out-hit the Silverhawks 12-7. But are even now in the series 1-1 following this afternoon's loss. Just an unbelievable afternoon of baseball. Caleb Mayer gave the Colonels an early lead with Kevin Jepsen making his 9th start of the year. Caleb, a 2-run single into left field with 2 outs, scored Callaspo and Aybar in the first inning. The Colonels led it 2-0. Kevin Jepsen was magnificent through the first 4 innings, no hitting South Bend and retiring 11 straight. The only man that reached for the Silverhawks in the first 4 frames was Neb Brown, and he reached on a bunt on which the Colonel 18-year-old starter Jepsen threw the ball over first base for an error. But then Kevin Jepsen tired and weakened a bit in the 5th inning. The Silverhawks scored 2 runs to tie the game. RBIs from Jerry Gill and Jared Ball tied the game at 2. And the Colonels retook the lead in the bottom of the 5th inning. And they did so on an error by Adam Healy at second base. The error cost the Silverhawks a run as Erick Aybar, who scored 3 of the Colonel 5 runs today, scored from third on an error by Adam Haley, the second baseman. The lead didn't last for long. In the top of the 6th inning, Kevin Jepsen walked the first 2 Silverhawks, and both of them scored. And by walking those first 2 Silverhawks, it cost the Colonels dearly as both scored, and the Silverhawks reassumed the lead 4-3. The Colonels in the bottom of the 7th, though, struck for 2 to take a 5-4 lead. With 1 out, Aybar walked. Abruzzo singled into center, sending Eric to third. Caleb Mayer tied the game at 4 with a sacrifice fly to center. Matt Brown then singled into center. And with runners at first and third, Alex Devorsky came through big time as he lashed an RBI single into right, and that gave the Colonels a 5-4 lead. The Colonels looked in great shape to put insurance on the board in the 8th inning against Matt Wilkinson. Rancel Melgarejo singled to center. It was his 4th straight hit. He stole second. Then and he went to third on a wild pitch. Alberto Callaspo was walked. The Colonels had runners at first and third with only 1 out, and had a chance to add to their slim lead of 5-4. But Wilkinson struck out Erick Aybar on 3 pitches and got Abruzzo to fly out to center, and that set the stage for the faithful and disappointing top of the 9th inning. Rich Thompson came in relief of Hayden Glimo and gave up a leadoff single to Rudy Santiago. A bunt by Jerry Gill, the key play in the inning. Rich fielded it through high over the head of Hancock for an error, and there were runners at first and second with nobody out. Adam Haley then laid down a sacrifice bunt. There were runners at second and third with 1 out. Then the key play in the entire game, Jared Ball struck out on a curve in the dirt with runners at second and third. It was the second out of the inning. As Abruzzo threw to first because the ball was in the dirt, dashing home from third was Rudy Santiago. If he is tagged out at the plate by Thompson, the game's over, a double play. But the plate umpire, Aaron Banks, ruled that Santiago slid in underneath the tag of the pitcher, Rich Thompson, to score the game-tying run. Rich was furious, steaming, and he lost a bit of his concentration. Neb Brown walked. Then John Mark Sproul put the Silverhawks ahead. He was in the hole 0-2, but grounded a single into right on a 3-2 pitch. It just did get past Alberto Callaspo. It scored Jerry Gill, the man who'd reached on the throwing error. And wouldn't you know it, South Bend pulled ahead 6-5. Wilkinson then set the side down in order in the bottom of the 9th. And unbelievably, the Kernels lose this one by a run, 6-5. I still can't believe it. We out-hit the Silverhawks 12-7, but lost the game 6-5. The final line score for South Bend: 6 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. They stranded 7. The Kernels 5 runs, a dozen hits, 3 errors. We left 11 men on. The winning pitcher, Matt Wilkinson, he's now 2-4, and the Kernel loser was Rich Thompson. He's 1-1. The game took an hour. The game was played before 1,964, and it took 2 hours and 59 minutes to play. 6-5 Silverhawks. We'll be back with our Kernel play of the game in a minute.
Everyone deserves a great insurance agent, not just any insurance agent. Paul Draper, your Pekin insurance agent at Sheets Forest Draper Insurance in Marion, has the experience and knowledge to provide you with top-notch insurance coverages. Sheets Forest Draper Insurance in Marion has been insuring individuals like you for over 100 years. Dependable protection from Pekin insurance agent Paul Draper at Sheets Forest Draper Insurance in Marion, an agency you know and trust.
Whether you're a serious athlete or a weekend warrior, injuries can take you out of your game. Smart athletes know that Physiotherapy Associates in Cedar Rapids are the experts in the treatment and prevention of sport-related injuries. Our expert staff serves the metro and surrounding area high school athletes. Physiotherapy Associates of Cedar Rapids, the smart choice in sports medicine. Call us at 398-1569. That's 398-1569. We'll get you back in your game today.
John Rogers reporting from the new Veterans Memorial Stadium, where this afternoon the Kernels lost a tough one 6-5 despite out-hitting South Bend 12-7. It's time for our Kernel play of the game, and we're going to go back to the first inning to enjoy the Kernel play of the game. With 2 on and 2 out, the Kernels had Caleb Mayer at the plate. Here's our Kernel play of the game. And we have a malfunctioning tape recorder, so we may have to reload and try one more time. A couple of batteries are missing. There we go. That was a snafu. As my dad used to say, you got to have juice in the box to make it play, and now we do. And it looks like now we can enjoy our Kernel play of the game in the first inning.
Caleb, 286 hitter. A curve, a base hit in the left. Down the line it goes. It's 2-0 Kernels. Callaspo scores, followed by Aybar. A big turn at first. Mayer holds on with a 2-run, 2-out single in the first inning. 2-0 Kernels.
It was one of 3 Kernel leads this afternoon, 2-0, 3-2, 5-4. But in the end, South Bend took advantage of some sloppy play and some disputed calls on the base paths by the umpires, but you live with those as well. And South Bend earned a 6-5 victory here this afternoon. That's our Kernel play of the game. Deb Williams, we're going to check in with you right now. And see what's up on those late games on the State Farm Major League scoreboard, and we'll have a look at that State Farm Major League scoreboard in 1 minute.
The new Veterans Memorial Stadium is among the most awe-inspiring attractions in our great community. The most common remark made by first-time visitors to our new ballpark is simply, wow! The dazzling giant scoreboard, the roomy seats, the spacious concourse, and yes, the numerous women's restrooms all evoke that wow reaction. The most alluring element of all, though, is that perfectly nurtured, lush, green field that composes the diamond. Thanks to Peck's Flower Garden and Landscaping, the aura and magic of the Field of Green in the new stadium can be replicated in your very own yard. That's right. The experts at Peck's are teaming up with the renowned Kernel Grounds crew to award one of you with a Field of Green lawn makeover this spring. Just stop into the Garden Center at Peck's to enter. The Peck's Field of Green dream could be yours. Register this spring in the Garden Center at Peck's, corner of Blair's Ferry and Edgewood Roads Northeast.
I'm TV9 First Alert meteorologist Scott Lindy. Your forecast for tonight, mostly cloudy, patchy fog, a low near 63 degrees, a high near 76 for the day on Monday, with some showers and thunderstorms around the area. Showers continuing into Monday night. Windy conditions, a low of 48. You're tuned to The Zone, ESPN Radio, 1600 AM.
It's alarming, but true.
Following a disappointing loss to the Silverhawks, 6-5, we welcome you to come out tomorrow because not only will we have the fun of baseball for you here in the new Veterans Memorial Stadium, but a unique opportunity for you to enjoy the action from the premier venue here in the new Veterans Memorial Stadium. I'm talking, of course, about the Miller Mezzanine that hangs high above the Colonel First Base dugout and gives you a breathtaking view of the Cedar Rapids skyline, the diamond below, and the Rockwell Collins Game Link scoreboard. Tomorrow, the gates open at 5:30, and the specials on food and drink on the Miller Mezzanine are unparalleled. Quench your thirst with dollar draws, $2 well drinks, or $4 malt drinks, and you can enjoy the good food up there, hot dogs for $1, brats for $2, on the Miller Mezzanine tomorrow evening. A 6:30 start. The gates open at 5:30. Let me reiterate those great specials. Dollar draws, $2 well drinks, $4 malt drinks, and $1 hot dogs and $2 brats. Now for our look at the State Farm Major League scoreboard. Brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Dale Thompson, Gary Shubat, Lanny Peterson, and Al Shetler. Let's start in the American League where everything is final. At Comerica Park, the Mariners sunk the Tigers 6-2 today. It was the Rangers clobbering the Yankees at Yankee Stadium 5-1. Oakland bested the Tribe at Jacobs Field 8-5. A wild one at Camden Yards as Tampa Bay trimmed the Orioles 9-8. Our parent club, the 2002 World Champion Angels, dropped a ball game at Fenway Park today, Boston 5, the Angels 3. At Kauffman Stadium, the Royals bowed to Toronto 4-3 Blue Jays. And the Twins complete a 3-game sweep of the White Sox with a 3-2 victory at the Metrodome today over Chicago. Now let's go to the National League, State Farm Major League scoreboard. At Miller Park, the Reds topped Milwaukee 6-3. The Cardinals did the same to the Cubs, 6-3 Redbirds at Busch Stadium this afternoon. A final from Denver's Coors Field, the Rockies blanked Montreal 4-0. They're in the 8th inning at Pac Bell Park in San Francisco, the Mets 4, the Giants 0. 7th inning action at Chavez Ravine. The Dodgers lead Florida 2-1. They're in the 5th inning at Bank One Ballpark in Phoenix with the Diamondbacks ahead of Pittsburgh 5-1. And in the 4th inning at Jack Murphy, Atlanta leads the Padres 2-1. Tonight, the game you'll hear right on the Zone, right here on the Zone, ESPN Radio 1600. The Philadelphia Phillies travel to Houston and play at Minute Maid Park against the Astros. All of those scores brought to you on the State Farm Major League scoreboard by State Farm Insurance agents Gary Shubat, Dale Thompson, Al Shetler, and Lanny Peterson. Well, it was a wacky game. I still can't believe 20 minutes after the fact that the Kernels didn't win the game. They out-hit South Bend 12-7, left 11 runners on, and held leads of 2-0, 3-2, and 5-4. And somehow in the ninth inning lost the lead and wound up bowing to the Silverhawks 6-5. Boy, it's a game that's unscripted, and that's what keeps you coming back every single day and night. And we hope you'll join us tomorrow evening, especially on the Miller Mezzanine, where we have those great food and drink specials ready for you to enjoy. Game 3 of our 4-game series with South Bend is tomorrow. The gates open at 5:30. The dugout interview is at 6:10, and the game starts at 6:30. And then we wrap things up with the Silverhawks with a noon start on Tuesday. 6-5 Silverhawks. We sure hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. Thanks to Deb Williams, who, despite being under the weather, did just yeoman work at 2nd Avenue and 5th Streets this afternoon. Deb, thank you for persevering despite feeling under the weather. It was 6-5 Silverhawks. John Rogers wishing you a great Sunday afternoon from the new Veterans Memorial Stadium.
This has been a special sports presentation from The Zone, ESPN Radio, 1600 AM, Cedar Rapids. Now back to our regularly scheduled ESPN programming already in progress.